The Cobra TV Subcasts are back. This time, live on cam.
Chris.
Hey, Cobra.
How you doing, buddy?
Man, if I was doing better, I'd be finer than frog here, split 4 ways.
That's awesome, dude.
The Cobra TV Subcasts, the show on YouTube where you get a voice. Rave Taco, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for coming out to the show. Panda Poopy. I feel funny saying that. How you doing, buddy? Slow the arc. What's going on? 5 days too late. Isn't that right? Night Owl. Dave. Boondock. Space Pirate. What's up, guys? How you doing? Thank you for coming out. Vortex Gaming. How you doing, buddy? The Epic Raccoon. I like that. It's cool. How you doing, man? How you doing, buddy? Zeno, D-Look, Dennis, Nerve, Tyler. How you doing, guys? Off Films. Please come on the show tonight. Please message me on Skype. Oh. How you doing, Ty? Simran, how you doing, buddy? Uox YT, how you doing, bud? Muck Kitty, what is going on? Mild Mr. Pink Target. Okay. How you doing, buddy? Old McReaver, how you doing, man? We're going to be starting here shortly. Hopefully we don't have any technical difficulties, but it wouldn't be the same if we didn't, right? Mike, what's going on, man? Buddy. Steve Barkin. I'm butchering it. How you doing, buddy? Captain Ahab. What's going on? How you doing, buddy? Hypocon. What's going on, man? Joshua Burke, happy early birthday, bud. Mert, how you doing, buddy? Ooh, that's right. 10 more days. Elite Dangerous. Woo! How you doing, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to another live broadcast of Cobra TV, the Subcast. We do them here every Friday, and sometimes more often, depending on what's going on. And what a Subcast is, it's a podcast that I hold with my subscribers, but you don't need to be subscribed. You could call in, get on the show, talk about what you want to talk about No Man's Sky, talk about Waking Titan. Tomorrow's the 17th, so we are approaching the next big part of the puzzle, and it has something to do with the multiverse.com website, because it is activating within 24 hours. So I'm excited about that. If you want to get on the show, look down in the description underneath this video here. Add me on Skype. Come on the show. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Maybe you've got some information from doing research of your own that you would like to bring up and talk about. What I would like to point out is and joining me on the show, we got Iceman Third ID. Iceman, you there, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Cobra?
Nothing much, man. Got my Jesus Colon just subscribed. Colin. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I just messed. I'm sorry. I messed that up. Oh, my gosh. I'm just going to start doing like initials from now on. Oh, man.
Well, it's the beginning of the show.
Yes, that's right. It's the beginning of the show. Thank you, Jesus, for subscribing to Cobra TV. Iceman is my right-hand man. He is the dude. He has an amazing No Man's Sky YouTube channel. So if you guys aren't familiar with Iceman Third ID, his link is also in the description down below. But I would like to talk about the way we started covering this Waking Titan thing. And I feel like we were going after the skeletal structure too much rather than focusing on the excitement. And we have 98 by Jones that just subscribed. I think I said that right. But I think that instead of covering the development of Waking Titan is what we were doing. And I think covering as it comes out and following the clues that we get, instead of trying to figure out who the actors are in the ARG, I think is less important, because I think it kind of breaks the immersion of the AGR. Don't you think? Or the ARG?
A little bit.
It does.
I think
what
it
happens,
does. We're in such an information age, and every single little bit of information is right there at our fingertips. That I know me myself. I'm addicted to information. So
yeah.
You can give me a little bit of information, and I'm gonna dig my own grave with it. That's just how it is. I'm gonna dig and dig and dig for more information, because what little bit you gave me wasn't enough for me. And
yeah.
And that's how it is, and that's how the whole internet is.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And it's important to kind of know who might the actors be. I think some of these actors are being obvious, so that they can kind of be like, oh, if they're directing us at this, maybe we should listen. So maybe, but I just think it creates too much transparency knowing too many of them, and I don't know, it just sucks the fun out, I think.
But I think for people like Cobra TV or Iceman Third ID or anybody who received a tape, I think that might be kind of almost common knowledge in that small little group. But as far as anybody who's watching the show right now that isn't in that smaller group, it's probably news to them. Actually, yeah. It probably is.
Right.
So.
I agree. Okay, so we're gonna take some callers here tonight, and I want you guys to come. Okay, we got A. I'm gonna call him A.
Okay. Are you scared of his name?
I don't know if the S is included.
Oh, got you. Okay, I got you.
I just.
Did you see the show that I did a while back where I was taking I tried to do the whole Cobra thing where I just tried to take anybody on the show.
Right.
and it was live streamed, and I paid for that one.
Oh, really?
I
You put
paid
your
for
names
that
too?
one. Yeah, it's no. I let just anybody in without qualifying them first, and then I ended up paying for it. But
Oh,
I don't know how you do it with 30,000 subs and have it and have it run into the same situation I did the other day. No, they were dropping like expletives left and right.
oh, really?
Yeah, and you know me, my channel, I just don't do that. So I was
There you
just like, what do I do now?
We got Boondock Games on the show tonight. How you doing, Boondock?
What's going on, Cobra? Iceman. Glad
What's
to
up,
hear you.
Boondock?
Copyright.
Enjoy your birthday yesterday?
Yeah, I did have a good birthday yesterday. Thanks, Boondock.
No
Appreciate that.
problem.
We played permadeath live stream on the Iceman Third ID channel for my birthday. So I had fun.
Did way better than I could ever do.
I don't know about that. I'd like to see.
Were you watching me?
No, well, yeah. I'd like to see Cobra do a live stream permadeath.
I would
think that'd be
love
fun.
to see Cobra do that. What do you think, Cobra?
I don't know. I played a little bit of it. It didn't seem as hard as Survivor or Survival. King Hova, what is going on, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey, dude,
King
man,
Hova,
I've been
what's up?
meaning to get you on the call since last time we spoke, man. It's good to hear you, man. It's good to hear you.
Thanks. What's
going on, Hope?
Been super busy lately, so I'm all over
Yeah.
the place.
I want to get your opinion on this whole Waking Titan thing. How do you feel about it?
Hold on just a second. I'm having some trouble hearing.
Okay.
Well, it does that. I'm going to take a celebratory drink of coffee. That's good coffee.
Good idea.
That is good coffee. But you tried to you did a few live streams when the game first came out, and it seemed like talking and playing was challenging for you. But I think that if you had the right co-host on your live streams to look at the chat and to do most of the talking, I think that you could pull it off, sir.
Are you talking about me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Iceman
You guys hear me?
is the dream co-host.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, King Hove. I can hear you.
King Hove, you there?
Over.
H to the
No.
Izzo. What's up, buddy?
I'm just going to keep drinking coffee.
All right, okay, so we're approaching the 17th, and we're supposed to get a next puzzle. So the multiverse75.com has kind of started to activate. It says it's going to begin the third, what's it say, third sequence or something like that?
Yeah.
Beginning the
within
third
24
sequence.
hours. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
You there, Hoba?
I think I am.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Hey, man, it's good to
Great.
have you back on the show, dude. I want to get your opinion on the Waking Titan stuff. What do you think? Maybe not.
Maybe
Hova?
not. I think Hova's having an existential crisis.
Hova, go get some plutonium, man. So
Might
yeah,
be thallium he needs.
what's that?
Might be thallium he needs.
Maybe. Yeah.
Earlier today, I was sending a bunch of these websites. I got a cousin of mine that does. He builds websites for the state of Nebraska, right? And so I figure, and he's been doing it for years, like just years and years. He's been doing the same job. And so I start sending him all these websites, and he contacted my wife, my producer. Sorry, he contacts my producer, and says, "Hey, I think your husband's account has been hacked because I'm getting these weird websites."
Oh, that's funny, man.
So I had to get on my producer's phone and say, "Look, it's me, dude. I'm sending you the websites. Just check them out."
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
We got Ryan on the call tonight. How you doing, buddy? Ryan.
Right.
People seem to be having a little bit of difficulty tonight. At least it's not me having the
Yeah, I know, right?
difficulties. Ryan, you there?
I definitely think that somebody needs to.
King Hova.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, bud, I can hear you, man. How you doing?
Okay, there we go. I'm all right. Little technical difficulties, obviously.
That's cool, man. It's all good. Except I can hear myself.
So, somebody might want to turn down their PC.
That's probably me.
King Hova, what do you think about all this Waking Titan stuff?
Well, see, I've been out of the loop, so I really have no idea what's going on.
Really?
I'm waiting on my cassette tape from Hello Games. I don't know what's going on, guys.
It's coming,
Me
but
too.
just hold out.
Wait, so are you one of the moderators?
I was a moderator in the Galactic Hub, but there was a little issue that got me removed. So.
This is it the Galactic War that you were a part of?
No, it was more just I was setting up a subreddit for something else, and I was using the Hub's code, and I wasn't paying attention to which one I was editing, and accidentally edited the Galactic Hub code. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna back away from this before I fuck everything up for everybody.
Oh, shoot.
Well, Hove, I always got your back, buddy. You're my boy.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, well, it's pretty exciting. Tomorrow, we're supposed to get another broadcast on a Puerto Rico radio station, and I know it's going to give us the next clue to the next puzzle or password on the website. But so far, it's linked to Hello Games, so it's definitely some kind of a update. It has to be an update.
Is it confirmed from them?
In ways that I can say. I can say yes, but I can't say why.
Oh, okay.
But you're confident enough in saying that it is, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yes.
So do we have the radio station so that people can go ahead and tune into that broadcast? And we need as many people in the community working on this as possible. So
That's
everybody needs to have their radios, their digital radios or their ham radios or whatever they got. They need to tune it to this radio station in Puerto Rico.
Right, and I had the Puerto Rican radio station because I got it from a Discord, but I can't find it again, and I didn't save it. So if anybody has that when they come on the show, go ahead and put that in the Skype chat.
Because I think we need to all kind of concentrate on this and play along as a community. You know, it's just like No Man's Sky, where it takes a community to solve the mysteries of No Man's Sky. It's going to take a community to play this game.
Iceman has been losing his mind for the past 72 hours. Let me tell you.
A lot of people have been losing their minds, man. I mean, okay, one of the biggest mysteries, and I'm glad you kind of brought this up, and I don't know how to tackle it, okay? I don't. Now, some get to be super careful on how I word this. Some people that I know that are involved are stating that Hello Games is telling them that RTT is not part of the ARG. Okay. Now, I know that some of these people are involved. So therefore, I know if they're stating this, then it's got to be true. I don't want to focus on the skeletal structure of the ARG like I have been, but since I've already announced it, it's almost common sense that Emily from eTark is part of the actors. Right. So therefore, anytime anybody brings RTT up on the forum, she immediately shuts down comments. She immediately shuts it down. She says, stop looking at this. This is not part of the ARG. I'm going to handle this the same way I handled all of the posts about RTT, and she shuts them down.
Okay, so are we confident enough in saying that RTT is a troll, or should we still be paying attention to what they're doing?
I know that if these certain people are saying that Hello Games confirmed that he's not part of it, I believe them.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not confident enough to say that he's not part of what. It's hard to explain. I'm okay. Put it this way: I'm not paying attention to RTT anymore for information for anything.
That's perfect way to say it.
I'm done with that guy.
It's hard because I feel like in the past week we've been pulled thousands of different ways, you know. So personally, I'm not sure what to think anymore. I'm trying to remain as skeptical as I can with this, but it's like I get told one thing that makes me think one way, and then I get told another thing that makes me completely disregard what I was thinking before. I don't know what to do anymore.
I know. I completely agree with you on that. I don't know what to tell you. I do know that the breadcrumbs that he's leaving don't add up to the way that the ARG is playing out. It's completely different. It's more like, hey, keep following me. Yeah. Look at what you're going to find next. And it's not, this ARG is meant to come out and unfold in a timely manner. And that over there, and I love Colt. I love the guy. I do. And he's doing so much hard work. And what he has accomplished so far is amazing.
He's our failsafe right now.
Yes.
Just in case.
Yeah. I mean, if I do turn out to be wrong, then there's a lot of information to be had over there. But I don't think I'm going to be.
I look at everything through an investigative lens. And so whenever I'm conducting an investigation, I always have to take heed to all the information that's presented me and find out some of my own information for myself, and don't be too quick to disregard anything, but look at everything through the lens of logic and discernment. You know, you have to discern whether or not something is distracting you from what you're supposed to be doing, right, or whether you're going down the right path. Now, when you've run into a dead end or a time period of you've got no new information down this path, right? And you want to stay busy and you want to not waste time, you know, following other information down other paths is fine until you get some more information over here. You know, it's all about filling in the time gaps so that you're not wasting any time on an investigation, right? Right. So until it's kind of like when you hear like a sheriff, you know, say we're investigating this, but until we get any more leads, we're kind of blah, blah, blah. That's kind of the way it is, you know. So until this is what I've been doing is until I get a new lead, until we get the next transmission from Puerto Rico, I'm taking all the information that I can gather from everywhere else, and then once that radio transmission hits, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Right, and you know, it's in the time is what's going to make this all essential. Like as we get further into ARG, it's going to be more apparent whether RTT is part of this or not, because it's just not going to make sense after a while.
Right.
I just wish there wasn't such a long stretch of time in between clues. You know, I know a week is not really that long to wait, but when we're like sitting on the edge of our seats for an update right now,
dude, on a week on the internet is like a year.
Yes, it's a long time, but I really think they were waiting till E3 was over. I think that they didn't want this ARG to get kind of lost in the hype of E3. Everyone. Because I was the same way. I was sitting there doing research on Waking Titan and watching E3 at the same time. So they probably just waited until it was over.
So people could just devote all their attention to the ARG after all the big flashy games got shown.
Right. Yeah.
Well, if they knew that almost every No Man's Sky player does not care about E3, then I don't think they would have done that. There's nothing in E3 that I wanted to check out this year. So
it was for me.
There was there?
What was that for you, Cobra? What was that?
Days Gone.
Oh,
yeah, that looks
oh
good.
my god, dude, I can't wait
Yes.
for that.
I cannot wait, dude. I mean, it's got like a Walking Dead feeling mixed
With
with,
like
World War Z.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, it's just
Exactly.
so awesome.
How tense do you think that's going to be the whole time?
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Amazing.
Not gonna lie though, the new Spider-Man, like I was kind of skeptical of that, but
Yeah.
that whole the whole trailer kind of looked like you were watching a whole action scene from a Marvel movie.
Right.
Kind of dig it.
Yeah.
Doesn't look too bad.
I think Farming Simulator needs a zombie mode.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
That would get me to
That's
pick
a
it up.
good idea.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
might play it, man.
So as far as multiverse, what's it? Multiverse75.com. What in the world? Okay, we've already heard the Echoes commercial. What do you think Multiverse 75 is going to offer on this radio station?
Well, it's going to be. I think it's going to be another. It's either it's going to be another corporate entity like we had with Echo, or it's going to be. It might get a little bit more deep. The storyline might get a little bit more deep, and they might offer a personal character that, and that's what I would do at this point if I were running the ARG. I would introduce a personal character to the ARG that you cared about. Like let's say I'm inside this radio station broadcasting. I don't have much time. I've got to get this message out and blah 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 blah. And then you go to like their own personal like faked Facebook page or something like that. I think that would be neat. Is that probably going to happen? No, it's probably going to be like another corporate entity like Echo or something like that.
Right, maybe.
What I think is, I feel like they should, if this is just, it's going to be another piece of the puzzle. It's not going to be the answer to the puzzle. I feel like it's going to be another piece, but I feel like it should be a big piece of the puzzle. I don't think at this point in the game, with how much time we've been spending on this and how much time people have devoted to this, I think we should get some type of big answer in this broadcast that will kind of keep us interested instead of just another like mock advertisement that doesn't really point us in any direction. You know what I mean?
Right.
Something that keeps us in tune to what's going on. Something that keeps us participating in what's in it.
With King Hova being on the call here, I went into my game to start building my base finally, and I started, and I noticed, oh my God, there are so many new comm stations, so many, and King Hova was one of them. I think that was so awesome.
I went to your
really?
base the other day
What
and it
base
crashed
was
my
it?
game.
What's that?
Really?
Yeah.
What did you say,
We
King
might-
Hova?
I've been to your base. What did it look like?
It was like nothing. It was dinky. It was made with sticks and stuff. But no, there was a message, something from King Hova. That's not you?
No, that's me. That's crazy. I don't remember.
Well, I didn't look at the name, but the message. I'm gonna have to go look at it. But
Oh,
it
it might
said
have been
something about.
Okay.
Pledge
I
of
wonder
allegiance to
if
you.
it was someone from your galactic hub.
It could have been somebody. There's like 15 of us that are
Did you
under
send
the
an
Empire
emissary
banner.
to Cobra's base?
I didn't. I actually haven't been playing in like a week or two. My life has been crazy busy.
Oh, you know what? I think it says something Kingdom of Hova. So maybe.
Oh, that's very
Pointing at
possible. It could be one of the other guys.
Okay. Darn it! I was hoping it was you.
Hovens. There we go.
No, I'll definitely come by if I can figure out where it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many comm stations everywhere. Like when I go to land,
Oh yeah.
that's all I see is just comm stations, and it's just so cool, man. It's like you can't miss where I live. You can't.
We might have
That's
lit
awesome.
fire with that one.
Yeah, I think me and Boone kind of ruined that.
It's cool though. It's really cool.
Yeah, we put that on live stream, and then I went back to the live stream and watched it, and I said, "Ooh, I've got his coordinates on the live stream," and I took a picture of it and I put it on your site.
Ah, cool.
So
Well, every message is kind, and it's just amazing to see everybody there. It's just
Have
so
you been
cool,
able to
man. It's like,
read every one?
Huh?
Have you been able to read every one of them?
yeah. And I did a video kind of showing
Yeah,
all of them. But the next time I went on, there was more.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, man. Pretty neat.
Me and Boone had a guy named Captain Pausert that visited both of our planets and marked a portal with the comm ball on both of our home planets for us.
Really?
Like he went, found us a portal and marked it with the comm ball and said, "Here you go, guys." You know,
He
and we
ended
were
up,
just like, "Whoa, that's awesome."
yeah, he ended up marking 2 on mine. I found the first one. He waited till I found the first one so he could go to the second one and drop his next comm ball. But yeah, what happened was I ended up streaming for 2 hours trying to find a portal just to get myself ready for the update. 2 hours, obviously unsuccessful, and within a matter of 25 minutes, I was in the middle of the podcast at the time, and he commented on my video. He's like, "Hey, follow the comm pod in a straight line from your base." I ended up finding it in 15 minutes. So, and then he did the same thing to Iceman's planet too. So. Big help to him.
Yeah, thanks, Captain Pausert.
So does anybody in the chat, here in the chat on YouTube, does anybody have the link for the radio station? Rave Taco says the broadcast is at 12 a.m. Pacific time. I don't know how he found out the time. Maybe it's because that's when the last one was?
Possibly. Don't know. That's a good question. Then
Rave Taco, why don't you come on the show, bud? Just
that's
add
what
me on
screenshots
Skype,
are
come
for.
on the show.
That's what screenshots are for.
So that thing's going down tomorrow, you guys say?
Well,
Yeah,
like,
on the
probably,
17th.
Yeah, probably
Mhm.
like more tonight. It will probably be like, I have a feeling that I won't hear the news until I wake up in the morning, just like last time.
Yeah, the
See, I'm just,
last broadcast was a commercial about echoes, about having like your dead relatives come back in the form of a robotic voice, so you can talk to them, tell them what to say, things like that, and had an Atlas pulse at the beginning of the commercial ad, the sound of the Atlas. So it's
I'm just waiting for you guys to figure this stuff out for me. I'm just ready for the update. I want to get on my
that's what I'm doing.
PS4 and have it be like, boop, updated.
See, I'm just like soaking in all the information. I'm letting all the smart minds do all the investigating, and I'm just like following along as everybody goes.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, that I haven't been this excited for the game since the game came out, and I have the game. That's the crazy part. And it's like I can go play it right now, but I'm so excited for this new update that I get on the game to play it, and I'm like, why can't I just be playing the new update right now?
we got Ryan on the show with an epic picture of Clint Eastwood. How you doing, buddy? Ryan.
Always. I think all these are on their end, Cobra. So I think we're good.
Somebody
D-Lo is also trying to call in. I'm trying to add him to the call. Ryan, you there? Oh, he hung up.
Well,
Somebody message said that they were having audio issues. I don't know if that was him or that was Hova when he was doing it. Might have been Ryan though.
might have been.
Hey,
Yeah, I haven't
I
been
do
around
know-
for a week. 2 weeks.
In my own like trying to figure out what's going on. I went to the Multiverse 75 website,
Right.
and I searched for on the bottom of the screen. It has Multiverse Technologies 2017 copyrighted, right? So you know that it was just recently made, but I went and I typed into Google Multiverse Technologies, and there's a company out of India that is actually named Multiverse Technologies, and the dude's name, I forget what the dude's name was, but it made me laugh out loud. It's some ridiculous name. Anyway, that's a side note. Yeah, no, it was Sean Murray. That's what it was. No.
We love you, Sean.
Sean Murray. Yeah, your house is just like mine, Cobra.
The kids, right?
Yeah.
It's difficult to get stuff done.
In between
We're
the
gonna add-
cats and the kids.
Right. We're gonna add Zeno. Zeno.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
We can hear you loud and clear, man. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. You guys talking about? I think it was Iceman earlier was talking about finding more things before the 17th, and that actually reminded me of a pretty big bombshell that somebody dropped on Reddit about the links at the end of the PDFs, kind of like the letterhead.
I'll play some poker.
It was like a link to like 2 different videos.
What you doing?
Somebody had noticed that both of these videos, the artists are signed to Mercury Records, and the periodic table abbreviation for Mercury is H2. And that link is right at the spot where a company's name is.
Yes, that's a good point. That is definitely a good point. One of the things Emily said in her when she was one of the things she said was to pay attention to the Echoes website and everything, and that is right. It leads to the initials HG for both of those songs, for both those YouTube videos. That's amazing.
And then somebody actually tracked the IP address at the bottom of the Echo website to a location in Germany, right by this. It's like a statue, something related to Neptune. I forgot exactly what it was called.
Really?
And yeah, and like right in, like if you go into the street view of it, you can see like this tower. I forget because it was like literally right when I was about to go to sleep. And somebody had made a mention of Joe Danger. Like I could see Joe Danger there, and I wasn't sure if he was like making fun of something that looked like it, or if it was actually like something he noticed. Because I looked at it and I couldn't find anything Joe Danger related. If I recall correctly, Joe Danger is a Hello Games. Yeah.
Well, that's definitely interesting.
That is interesting.
We have D-Lo who just joined us. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing? Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
A little.
A little bit.
Speak up. We can't hear you.
What brings you on the show, D-Lo?
Oh, I'm just enjoying this Waking Titan stuff that's going on right here. There's some interesting things that are going on here. I'm looking at the PDFs that are going on with these glyphs on the Waking Titan website. What do you guys think about it?
What are you finding out with the glyphs?
Reading the PDFs that each glyph is apparently associated with a PDF, and each PDF has some sort of secret to.
Did we lose him?
Still there?
I don't know.
Was he talking about the glyphs like at the bottom of the screen?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Puppet caught out and they cut him off.
No, he didn't get cut off.
Well, I feel like this is the episode where we need our tinfoil hats.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Remake that tinfoil hat, Cobra.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Dilo.
There you go.
Is there any way
Perfect.
you could possibly maybe turn your mic down just a little bit, just a tad?
Oh yeah. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm wearing headphones too, so this is actually the first time I've actually done a kind of live stream as well, so I'm trying to figure this out here.
I feel like you need like a buzzer button so we can all like hit in like when we're trying to talk.
That's a good idea. I wonder if
It's like
we
Jeopardy.
can make that happen somehow.
Exactly.
So this now, just let me know. Is this the third part of the puzzle or the fourth?
It's the third.
Okay.
We're at the third, definitely.
All right, so we can still count on 3 more then.
One thing, if I recall correctly, wasn't the last broadcast like right at midnight for the
was.
Seychelles?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But Boone, how do you know that there's 6 pieces to the puzzle?
Well, only because when you go to Wake and Titan, and you
There's 6 pieces of the hexagon.
Yeah. Okay.
So each puzzle has unlocked a new piece, and there'll be 3 pieces left after this. So
Gotcha.
Which makes me wonder what happened.
You know what else? You know what else is very interesting is there's apparently 6 websites, or at least 5 websites. So there's 5 websites which apparently, the first one we were kind of given freely, with the whole Waking Titan spectrogram message that was unveiled on June 8th from the 16 radio stations that all apparently just started broadcasting the message of the this is your first clue. So that was kind of the first piece of the hexagon, and apparently there's 5 more websites for the 5 pieces of the hexagon here. 5 extra pieces of the hexagon.
That's a good point, Dilo. Good point. And some of the people in the chat are asking if you could turn down your mic again.
Yeah, here. I'm gonna have to figure this out really quick.
It's under tools in Skype.
The first PDF, one thing I noticed was initial assessments. It said like websites, and then there was like open and found emails, your email addresses, and then there was like a number, and it was like open, found, and so there was like I think 5 or 6 websites, not counting the Waking Titan one. There's what Atlas, Echoes, Multiverse, and the other 2 names.
another thing interesting to note is that when it comes to the glyphs at the bottom of the screen, there's 15 of them. So you got the first 5, and then you scroll over, you got 5 more, which one of them is actually in the shape of a Diplo. Interesting to note. So yeah.
And a lot of people on Reddit have been saying, if this wasn't connected to Hello Games, they would be saying something. They'd be saying, hey, this isn't a thing.
But they also haven't denied it, though.
Exactly. They just haven't.
At this point, I think you have to be a little bit delusional to not see there's a lot of similarities, an insane amount of similarities.
Especially with, that one thing that somebody brought up about the links at the bottom of the letterhead on the PDFs.
Right. Yeah, and I think, if this didn't have anything to do with Hello Games, I think that the smart move for them, and I think they would know this, is to completely deny any part in it. Just to avoid any backlash that could come from it. The fact that they haven't done that yet, it kind of points to they gotta have some part in it, whether it's Hello Labs trying to cross-platform advertise their game, or if it's 100% domain.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, just the very fact that not only do we have so many similarities. All right, am I still too loud in the chat right now? Or?
You're way too loud.
Slightly.
Okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to just stop talking until I figure this out. I'll get back to you guys in a minute.
Okay.
All right.
Who's got the static?
I think that's him. Really loud static.
John, me, I definitely hear it on your guys' end as well.
Dilo, see if you can get it figured out and then rejoin the call. It's a no. It's a no.
What's
It's
up?
you.
Oh, it's me?
You got an AC
Hang
on
on.
in the background?
I do. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Better?
Way
Yeah.
better.
A lot better.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness, dude. Hey, can somebody put that audio through a spectrograph?
Don't.
I just came out with something, too.
We got Steve who just joined the call, and we're going to be adding John here in a second. Steve, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. Thanks for having me back on, Cobra.
It's always a pleasure, dude. It's always a pleasure. What
Is
brings
my
you on
mic
tonight?
level okay?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I've been doing some more adjusting, so I don't have to get right up on it. So, yeah, but this whole Waking Titan thing is just it seems very elaborate and is almost over my head. I didn't even know ARGs existed until a couple weeks ago.
I knew they did, but I didn't know they were called ARGs.
Well, I mean, have any of you guys been to summer camp? Like when you were a
No.
kid?
A long time ago.
Can you guys hear me okay?
What are we about to get into, Iceman?
Okay, well,
I don't like
What
where this is
happened back
going.
then, man?
all right,
John,
look.
thank you for joining
Okay,
the
go
call here. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah,
Iceman's
thanks.
getting ready to tell us something strange, I think. I at least I hope it's not strange. But
All right.
what brings you on, John?
Yeah, I've been following this game and your channel for like ever. So like I'm just like this whole ARG thing has just got me really pumped again for this game. This is the most communication we've gotten before an update from Hello Games since forever.
That is
Which is
true.
messed up because it's like the weirdest communication.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I'm curious to hear Iceman's summer camp story.
So it's this is an analogy. It's like a microcosm for what's going on right now, right? One time, no, just kidding. One time at summer camp. I only went to summer camp once. I think it was like at the end of middle school or something like that when I was a kid, right? Well, they got this ARG at the summer camp that they don't tell you you're in, right? So it's like a ghost story type of summer camp type situation. Like, okay, look, it's our last night here. We're gonna roast some s'mores, and all the camp counselors are like, they act really tired, like they're tired of being there, and just like, okay, I'm sick of these kids. We're gonna go do this thing, and then everybody, we wait till nighttime and start the fire, and then start telling ghost stories, and then all of a sudden that camp counselor that wasn't there scares the junk out of you whenever he pops out of the bushes during the right time of the ghost story, and everybody goes off running into the woods. And that's a microcosm of an ARG. You don't necessarily know you're in it until it's too late. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where the people are it's kind of like a prank almost, except everybody's got a part to play, and they're, I guess Hello Games would be like and the ARG folks would be like the camp counselors, and we're just the kids roasting marshmallows.
So
it's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that because when I was in junior high, we had it wasn't exactly like that, but we had a bunch of teachers telling a ghost story, and this dude comes out of the woods, and we were at camp, and everybody starts running back to the cabins, and then like a few minutes later, everybody's like starts calming down and just walking, and then me and my friend we're just kind of like walking, chatting, whatever, and everybody starts running again, and they're screaming. Turn around, the dude's right behind me. My first instinct was to just deck the dude in the face, and I actually ended up punching the assistant principal.
See?
Oh no.
Gosh.
He was like right behind me. I was like, no.
It's a tradition. See? We're just hunting for snipes right now. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
So no. Real quick, you had the link to the Paradise FM last time. Do you have the link to the new one?
I can get it. I can probably look it up.
Oh, awesome.
See if you can, so I can give it to all the people watching.
Yeah, I haven't checked out any of the sites at all. I've just been listening to what other people are saying about it.
It's truly amazing, man. And the way that they have figured out a way to bring about their next update with such excitement. I don't want to call this hype, man. This is just a puzzle. Everyone always told me that I was crazy, that there was puzzles in No Man's Sky. I mean, I've got a video. I privated the video because I was abused. You should see it. I'm going to read the comments off.
I'm private.
Soon.
Yeah, let's do a comment read. There we go.
And I was just saying, hey guys, there's puzzles in No Man's Sky. Oh my God, I got chewed up. But there is now. If there wasn't before, There is now.
There is now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
the last episode I came on, that guy was talking about all the the sequences with the
Yeah.
like the glyphs or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And that was blowing my mind. And now all this, I
You know
didn't
what?
see any of this coming.
Oddly enough, Hova, he's one of the mods that got one of the cassette tapes.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
So
He probably inspired the whole thing.
So the deal
Oh.
is these tapes that went out to the people. These tapes are connected to this ARG, and the number 16 seems to appear frequently. So I don't know. I had a hard time figuring out if the whole thing is connected or if someone was just using No Man's Sky to do something else.
That's what
Right.
it seemed like at first, and then once everybody started looking into it, Atlas, 16, Echoes, it's just too many coincidences.
There's a lot of connections, yeah.
I just had
Ah.
Scarce subscribe to my channel. I hope this isn't the Scarce. I hope I'm not in trouble on YouTube somewhere. But thank you for the subscribe, bud. So I think, there's whether they're still questioning with this being connected to Hello Games. It's safe to say that it is. It really is. There's no question that Hello Games is in connection with the Waking Titan.
Yeah,
It's-
I don't see how it couldn't be, really. It's just a matter of in what capacity.
I feel like
Some
if they
people-
weren't connected, they would have to come out and say hey, we don't know what's going on with this crap.
The
And
lack
their
of-
silence kind of implements
There's
them.
still
The silence
there's
is
still the
confirmation.
skeptics out there. There's still the skeptics out there that are like, well, why would Hello Games do this massive ARG for an update or something? And I commented with literally one word, Sombra.
Sombra?
Sombra?
Overwatch. Sombra, the character Sombra, I believe they spent 6 months doing this massive ARG
That's right. They
just
did,
to
yeah.
announce
yeah.
her.
That was all over the news.
And that was literally just announcing the character, I believe.
Hello?
I never
Can you
played
guys-
Overwatch. I thought Somber was like a cheese dip or something. When you said that.
Then you got
But,
then you got Destiny.
Sabras.
Destiny's
Destiny
had a,
did it for a
ARG.
flipping gun.
Yeah, for one gun they had an ARG.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing. This
Okay,
better
well,
not
that-
be for a character or a gun. Okay?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I hope they have spent as much time working on the update as they have this little campaign.
Oh yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
I think they have.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Is it still too loud?
No, it's decent. It's good, man. It's good.
Not
Much
bad,
better.
not bad. All right, all
I'm
right.
actually on the eTark community forum site, and it looks like Matt earlier today posted something. It looks like the multiverse website is going to be another company called Multiverse Technologies.
-75.
Yeah,
Is it
it just says Waking Titan Watcher from Twitter, and then he goes, looks like we should be expecting an ad from Multiverse
From
Technologies
Multiverse
tomorrow.
Technologies.
Right.
That's what I
I'm still
figured.
trying
How much
to
you wanna
find the website.
That this is going to be the body for the Echoes to go into.
Yeah.
Because they already made the computer that can bring back your dead loved ones'
Reanimate?
voices. Yeah.
Yeah. Am I not the only one that was terrified by that ad? That was just the most.
No, I was scared.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, that
imagine-
was just
imagine, like, a
creepy.
kid listening to
Yeah.
it.
Right?
Think about this. So Multiverse Technologies, I don't know, maybe they're making the shell, the Korvac shell, that the voices can go into. And it just,
Because
I don't know. That's speculative.
Korvax Echoes, man. The Korvax Echoes.
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
I know that multiverse. The multiverse goes into a. Somebody sent me a link. It was one of my subscribers sent me a link on one of my videos, and it was very interesting. He had in the description he explains what he does. He doesn't talk in the video, but he explains his theory behind the portals, and it you can see on certain monoliths or on a portal, you can see kind of a clue to this, and that kind of goes into the multiverse theory. Well, let's say you took every galaxy and stacked them on top of one another, right? There's a law in Newtonian physics that says that matter cannot occupy the same space at the same time, right? Well, if you were to take all the galaxies and squish them into, like, let's say you stacked them up on top of one another and then squished them down like a cheeseburger, right? Now, you put all the galaxies and filled up all the space, and so the every planet that touched, everywhere where there was a portal where the planet touches, in the same locale, you could walk through the portal to the other locale with no loading screen because the math wouldn't change. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you saw on the trailer would actually be possible if you did that. And it would, and so No Man's Sky is not some linear or even 3D universe that we're in. It's actually a 4D universe that we're in. Once these portals are turned on, it's a 4D universe, and that would be like a multiverse.
Are you talking time travel here?
No, we're talking dimensional travel.
All right.
Hey, everybody.
Get into the quantum physics here.
Well,
We've got William on the call. Real quick, Iceman. We got William who just joined the call. How you doing, William?
I'm doing good.
That's good, man. It's good. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. What brings you on today?
I was just trying to figure out this Waking Titan thing. When it first came out, I was trying to see if there was any new information. But as time go on and then more information came out, I was looking at like, wait a minute, they do all this stuff. Anything new going to come out? So I see a lot of people getting excited about the information. I'm looking at like, that part.
Sounds like somebody's
Typing away over there.
Is that No Man's Sky animal running away?
That's what it sounds like.
Jeez, that person types for a living, for sure. That was fast.
Trying to accomplish some business.
Wait, that was you, William?
Oh, no.
No, that was me.
Oh, well, you can type pretty fast. Okay.
Like, y'all know about the red star system with the 3 planets and 3 moons.
Right.
You know how like everybody was looking for it, trying to find that solar system. If you read the lore, you already know that solar system for some reason was destroyed, but everybody kept looking for it. So then
I think I have the website, the link.
Okay.
I'm doing this from a different device since I didn't want to get disconnected from the call, so I'm gonna have to do some weird crap. But trust me, I'll get it in.
Yeah.
There's there's 2 things that are really interesting to me about this whole thing. Number one is, you remember how Cobra Howe is mentioning the PDFs and whatnot about the glyphs. Obviously, there was a second one that had the whole thing with the coordinates in No Man's Sky that had the loop 16 error and whatnot. But if you look at the very first glyph for Waking Titan, it almost looks like a sunrise or a sunset. It's like just a weird looking glyph. If you go to the PDF for that, if you look at the very top right of it, so the PDF, it says internal memo from Major Sophie Dubois to Elizabeth Layton. And if you look at the top right, it shows you project-WT active, timeline on schedule. And then right below that, there's 5 little sections that are
initial assessments.
Right. Yeah, and I read this all on the. Yeah, I read it on the eTark or whatever you want to call it. The whole thing that's kind of headed by this Emily girl that we're all kind of confused by right now. But it's very interesting because the first there's 5 little sections of it, and it goes. The first one is EC. The second one says MU. The third one says MY. The fourth one says SU, and the fifth one says AT. And those each correspond exactly to the initials of all of the different websites that we're aware of. So EC would be Echo. MU would be multiverse. MY would be Myriad. SU, AT would be Atlas. It's just very, very interesting because those are the 5 websites that everyone is at this point pretty much familiar with. But if you look at the actual PDF, it's almost like, what else could that represent? You know, even if you look below that, it says initial assessments. It says websites 5. It's giving you like almost like numbers of. It's almost like a precursor. It's giving you like a little bit of a hint.
And it also says, 5 websites found, and then like the email address, it says like open 8, and then apparently less than the number open has actually been found.
Right. It says email addresses 8 open, and then it says 1 found.
Yep.
That's weird. And then it also says hub open 1, found 1. It's just all these like weird little numbers and abbreviations on all these. It's just bizarre. And then you guys also notice like it also has like little secret links to YouTube videos.
Like at the letterhead.
Right. Yeah. It says like top secret 2017, and then below that it says equals, and then it's got like a. Almost like a code for a YouTube video. You go to youtube.com/ and then you enter that in. It brings you up to it. And all the videos that we found so far are like videos of different rock or metal artists. One of them was David Bowie.
David Bowie,
It's funny because somebody theorized, somebody actually noticed that the 2 links that are at the top of those 2 PDF letterheads both link to artists signed on to Mercury Records.
Right, yeah, I read about that. Yeah, that's just crazy. And then, go ahead, sorry.
And then
Somebody's
the periodic...
It's 9:06 p.m. in Puerto Rico right now. Is that true?
It should be. I believe they're actually an hour ahead of at least where I'm at, which, because it's 8:07 where I'm at, so yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm all the way on the West Coast.
Me too.
I'm in Central Time, so
So in California, it's 6:07 where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still about 100 degrees out here in California too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is, man. It's a hot day today.
It's 9:07.
AC's broken.
I'm actually shirtless right now. It's pretty ridiculous. It's hot, man.
So one thing I wanted to point out though is that under radio stations it says 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then how many broadcasts have we gotten? 3 or 2?
2 or 3. I think 2 or 3 radio broadcasts.
So it says radio stations 9, interference 2. So
the first one we got was out of Moscow, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. June 2nd. Yeah, Moscow.
We have Marcellus joining the call. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, hey, Coco.
Hey.
What brings you on, man? It's a pleasure to have you back on the show.
Oh yeah, you remember? Obviously, you're one of my contacts.
But no, Cobra,
Are you
what you
standing in
said.
traffic?
Yeah, I'm actually on my way.
He's getting some McDonald's.
are you on a like a Subway or something?
Sounded like a toilet flushed or something. I don't know.
Cobra.
Yeah.
What you said about them waiting for the next broadcast till after E3, I actually agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I think that's why they waited so long.
Yeah, but off topic of No Man's Sky for a moment, who was just floored by the Shadow of Colossus reveal for PS4?
Oh
My God, that was some like Final Fantasy VII level thing that Sony pulled.
Oh, it looks
like
so amazing.
my jaw hit the floor.
From Blue, they just let them go crazy, man.
Was it a remake
or was it?
No, it's a
a
complete remaster. Like it's rebuilt from the ground up.
Wait,
Oh.
a Shadow of the Colossus? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my god, dude! Oh my god! I didn't take that game out of my PlayStation for like 2 months when it came out.
I never had the
hooked.
chance to play that game.
They're adding in all of the cut colossi.
Oh, so
And-
there's more than there was before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then,
man.
not to mention, like Shadow of the Colossus. Like I've seen, videos of it, and it was one of the most beautiful PS2 games.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and like seeing those titans, those colossus, those colossi,
Those woke titans.
I see what
yeah,
you're trying
those
to
woke
do.
titans.
I see what you're trying to do.
Just
We have Skunky Teen that just subscribed.
That's good.
Thank you so much, you're a
You know
Cobra.
what? I'm just gonna create a bunch of YouTube accounts and then subscribe to in a specific order, and it's gonna make you say a sentence that's crazy.
Oh man, yeah, Shadow of the Colossus. Oh my god,
I'm trying
and then
to
the new
amazing.
Spider-Man game looks so awesome.
it does.
It does, yeah. It
60. No, not
Hey
60.
guys, I gotta dip out right now, but I appreciate taking the time to talk with you guys.
Okay, buddy. Hey, stay in touch, man. Okay.
Okay, hey, the best way to reach me is on Twitter. I don't really do Facebook. I think that's the devil, so I try and stay away from it.
Yeah.
All right.
Facebook.
Are we connected on Twitter?
We've I don't think you follow me. I follow you, but we've tweeted back and forth.
All right. Do me a favor and tweet at me something odd, something weird, and then I'll follow.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay, buddy.
I'll talk to you guys later, though.
All right, man.
Later,
See ya.
buddy.
All right, take it easy.
I know Iceman is so unbelievably pumped for Call of Duty World War II.
Let's stop it.
That's all he's been talking about.
He's like,
Yeah,
stop
I know that's right.
Stop it.
If that game comes out and it's garbage,
Oh man.
either way, I'm lifting my ban on Activision products on my channel, and I'm going to if it is garbage, I'm going to rip that game a new one on my channel.
What if it's
Publicly
good?
rip it a new one.
What are you gonna do?
Also, I think we know where
payments or something.
I think we know where all of BioWare's facial animations went to.
Right,
yeah,
right.
the A-team was-
Oh man, I was saying the same thing, dude. It's like, oh, well, that's why we know and Mass Effect Andromeda, huh? That's what happened to it, huh?
See, the A-team were like, "Oh, we're done," and they went and made that game.
I
And
am
I'm
actually.
Wait a minute.
very-
What about this? Since we're talking about games, now this wasn't announced at E3, but I think the trailer was out there. Pure Farming 2018,
What?
which was supposed to be 2017, but then they pushed it back.
You just perked my ears up.
Yeah. Look up the trailer for Pure Farming 2018. It looks like Farming Simulator, but I don't really know the specifics on that game. It's hard. I don't think anyone really knows exactly what all's in it.
Pure Farming 7.
It's about farming.
Well, I know that, but
Sounds great.
Nintendo has officially given,
7.
Nintendo's officially given me a reason to buy the Nintendo Switch.
Right.
Why?
BioWare
Metroid
was
Prime
actually-
4.
That was a different branch that I was working on in Andromeda. It was actually 2 different branches. I actually went in depth on that on my Twitter. I actually tried to figure out why was it, the character animations and facial expressions. Why was it so garbage? Well, it seems that BioWare have different branches of different companies, and let's just say that part of BioWare didn't know what the hell they were doing.
I read a Forbes article on that. What happened? Somebody's writing a book about the downfall of Andromeda, about the development process.
Nicholas something.
That's it. Yeah. Well, in that article, Forbes tried to blame No Man's Sky for the downfall of Andromeda. It's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Absolutely.
I call
I was
bull
like-
crap that one.
Why? Because they
Yeah.
wanted to procedurally generate planets?
Yeah, they were
was like,
gonna,
that
they
was-
were
that
gonna
was-
procedurally generate like 10,000 planets, and it
Yeah.
it turned out it was too hard for them. So they ended up with 7 planets, and they tried to blame Hello Games because the procedural generation thing.
It wasn't.
But it's
No.
to do what they did.
Yeah.
I
It was
say that-
definitely mainly the.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead, sorry.
recommend that you check out this trailer, bud. You're gonna love
Yeah, they
this.
create emotionless spaces, so I guess that's procedurally generated. I guess.
Has anyone seen the Reddit post about the cassettes not being what we think they are?
Of course.
No, but please do tell.
Yeah.
Well, it's from one of the sound engineers that apparently was working on the tapes. First, he was at first complaining about the quality of the audio, and then he says
I think I read that.
Cassette
shouldn't.
tapes. What do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he says we shouldn't layer them on top of each other. And he goes on to talk about audio degradation and how it decays over time, and that there's something special apparently about
All right.
the first tape. Yeah.
He said something about like
Well, he also.
It
he
seems
also
like
said, no,
out
go
of the 16 tapes, one tape is probably the original with the best quality, and it's going to be kind of like the echoes, where
Yeah.
constant repetition is going to degrade the quality.
kind of like Nada.
Yeah.
Kind of,
So-
yeah.
Very good observation. Stuart
Yep.
Spring, something. I just disappeared. Thank you for
Did you-
subscribing. You're a co-bro. I thought you were going to tell me that the tapes, they were saying tapes are fake or something like that.
Oh
But,
no.
Okay.
No.
Did you see
All
the post that said, "Let me be the voice of reason"?
No.
I saw that.
Oh, there was some. Yeah, that was like one of the biggest ones on the No Man's Sky, the game. It was, "Let me be the voice of reason," and he was just saying, like, you guys are all kind of delusional and once again, you got to put on the tinfoil hats for this,
Fine.
Well, this
Yeah,
this does
It
kind of
was-
make you feel crazy, to be honest.
yeah, it does. It really does. But hey, man, there's a lot of similarities between the Waking Titan and the cassettes. What's going on here? I mean, it's just funny seeing like the skepticism that's going on in the.
Yeah, well, the confirmation just comes from the lack of denial from Hello Games. So like,
Yeah.
right.
Well,
And other
the
things.
first transmission came
Yeah.
out of Moscow, which means it's the Russians.
No politics. Stop it.
That's where it all boils down to. Russians.
Next thing you know, Hello Games is going to be investigated for collusion with the Russians.
Sean Murray's a sleeper agent.
Yeah, right. Oh boy, this is all
But
Donald
first, they're
Trump's
going to try and. Yeah, I was going to say, first they're going to connect it to Trump, and then they're going to connect Trump to Russia.
And then Russia to Hello Games.
Yeah,
Solved it.
right.
They're the mastermind.
Wow.
Hello Games
yeah, I'm-
instructing justice.
I have
Sorry,
gotten
go
a
we
lot
know
of
this
comments
could
on
just
my
be-
channel that I'm delusional, that I'm crazy. It has nothing to do with Hello Games. One person even said, "I'm unsubbing you. This isn't true." And I'm like, okay.
Aw.
I love you.
So you're getting. I guess no matter what, you're gonna get hate either way. Because if you got like, let's say you came out and said like, you know what, this has nothing to do with No Man's Sky and Hello Games, and the tapes are all phony. You'd have people going like, no, for real, it is. And then if you come out and say, you know what, this is all connected, you're still gonna have people like, oh no, it's not. You know what I mean? It's just a point of contention. That's all it is. Period.
I was actually really tempted the other day to go onto No Man's Sky Steam forums and just create like a fake hate post and like have like a hate title, like just a title just about hate, and just see how many people just come in to like support the hate, and then just put in like a big spoiler, like just put like a spoiler in there, like this is just a test to see how many haters that I could get. Just
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly like the beginning days of No Man's Sky.
Start making a list, like a blackball list. Everybody that shows up there to support hate, just blackball.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
The thing is, this patch. Sorry.
Yeah, when Waking Titan came out, I knew they would probably do something like this because I've been watching a lot of YouTube and nobody speak on the tragedy that Helen is. They did that update. Having everybody notice that before the patch, building just find a straight line and find building after building after the patch. It take like 10 minutes to not even see a major building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear them.
So Jeff in the chat is saying that they mentioned something at E3. What did they mention, Jeff?
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Hey, William, I think you got a little background noise there, bud.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear.
Get a party?
Yeah.
My wife and some friends are watching Beauty and the Beast downstairs, which I haven't been interested in a Disney movie in over 20 years.
The new one or the cartoon?
I'm currently
The
out
new
with my
one.
wife's car in the driveway, so I know it's not me.
in your wife's car.
Yeah,
In the driveway.
in my driveway.
You get some good service out there, Ice.
Hey, Marcellus,
Wow.
are you out
Wi-Fi.
public there with a bunch of kids?
No kids.
Little people?
Way to be politically correct.
Could be a TV.
No bitches, no little people, no. Let me not say out loud, but no.
Okay,
Just-
okay.
Well, it's gotten better. Whoever it was, it's gotten better. So.
Yeah.
Good now.
So anyway, what did they mention at E3 about No Man's Sky? I'm really curious.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
I
Jeff.
am too.
That Horizon would be included in the base game. It's on YouTube as well.
I don't think he's talking about No Man's Sky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Elite Dangerous,
Yeah.
which I'm excited for. I just got a gift card to GameStop.
Yeah.
Now I have a plan. Tomorrow I'm going to go to GameStop and I'm going to pre-order Elite Dangerous for PS4. But when No Man's Sky came out, one of the guys who worked there, Eric from GameStop, wouldn't give me my copy early, even though I pressured him and said, if you don't give me my copy early, I'm going to tell everybody you did anyway. So you might as well just give it to me.
Wow.
So he almost called the cops and threw me out of the store. Anyway.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that happened. So anyway, I go back in the store the other day, and guess what? Eric is now the manager.
Uh-oh.
So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna up the ante, and I'm going to do a live broadcast from GameStop.
Oh no.
Elite Dangerous on PS4.
We're gonna see you
Oh.
live.
I'm going to talk to him about it tomorrow and see if he agrees to it. If he doesn't, I don't want to get thrown out. I don't want the cops called on me at GameStop. So, but
Yeah.
I like to play around with folks a little bit. So that's gonna happen. If I can get it to happen, that's gonna happen.
I have a good idea. Very good idea. What if No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous kind of combined? This is something I've been hoping for. Like when No Man's Sky was first announced, there was, at least when you saw the trailers, you remember seeing a lot of kind of like a little bit more science elements involved in it. You remember like you'd see the trailers and it actually, for example, like when you would come down into the atmosphere of a planet, it would show you the atmospheric content. Yeah, it would show you the atmospheric content of the planet, or you went into the water and it would.
And all that.
Yeah. I created a whole list of things in my own world that I would love to see in No Man's Sky. Something that I originally remember being just, when I first saw it in a trailer, just hoping that these things would be in the game. And, the things you see in the trailers, you kind of expect more science. You expect more the scientific breakdown of what's going on a planet, as well as, like, for example, the actual when we were showed in the trailers, they were talking about how planets would vary in terms of their biome based off of how far they were from its own star. I think it would be amazing if there was like kind of a combination between the planetary aesthetics of No Man's Sky with actual scientific realism of Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, that would, that would be.
I think
man.
that what I think, and I've been saying this for a long time. I don't have a left hand in No Man's Sky, only a right hand. I think what would go perfect on the left hand is some sort of scientific equipment like a Big Boy from Fallout 4.
Hey, that'd be
fun. That'd be fun.
That you could just, okay, here's where I'm on the map. It shows, like you could scan, and it would put out like some sort of sonar echo scan of your immediate area.
Yeah.
And then on another portion, you could get a breakdown of the atmosphere, or you could look at, instead of having to go to your discoveries menu, you could keep your discoveries on your wrist. You know, that type of thing. I think that's really cool.
I think that's totally realistic too.
Yeah.
You know what would really be useful in this game though, if you know how when you enter the atmosphere.
And he's gone.
What?
What I'd like to see is like going into the discoveries menu and seeing what planet has what resources.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Along with the biome, of course, so you can actually know. Yeah. Because when you first land on a planet,
cool is if you were able to take notes on the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm currently using a tablet to keep track of like special sales at like certain terminals, what planets, what resources. Like I've got all this external crap.
Yeah, I do that with my phone. I keep general stats of prices in different stores and a little pad in my phone.
A good thing to think of, when we're talking about the update, we're always saying, I am always saying, guys, we're not seeing any activity on the testing branch, so I don't think they're close to an update. But 2 months ago, they uploaded something called Old Test Branch or Old Test Build.
Build Test.
Something like, Old Build Test. So my conclusion now is I think they've already got something ready to go. And that's why they're not, and it works. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're not uploading, testing, that what they have is ready to go.
There's actually a post somebody put on Reddit about the original 1.0 version of No Man's Sky, like the pre-day one update.
Like Damien status.
Right. And like this Redditor, he put like an in-depth thing, changes from like 1.0 to like 1.13. I don't know why he wasn't using the most recent build, but and he was saying like certain aspects, like when you scan resource deposits, those that little cube grid pops up and then goes away immediately.
Yeah.
Back in 1.0, that actually stayed.
Yep. Yeah, you watched the original trailer from Aurea 5 where it showed the big Daplocaurus or whatever. In the very original, just the very start of that trailer, he's inside of the Aurea 5 caves, and he does a scan and it shows Heridium, and obviously it's not anything like what Heridium looks like in the game now, but it shows it like highlights these massive cubes, like these sections of the cave that just had a resource, and it just like stayed there, and you could like mine it if you wanted to, but you don't see any of that now. It's like, if you want to scan a resource, you scan it, you see the and especially in survival mode, it's kind of obnoxious, if you're trying to like find a resource and then you scan and it shows you thamium and plutonium and all that stuff for a little bit of time, but you don't see a resource
You see the grid for like a half second, and then it disappears, and then you got to sit there waiting for your scanner to take forever to recharge.
Right.
The last update.
It takes so long in survival. It's just obnoxious. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So where
yeah, if there's. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know. I don't know. I guess the whole point is some of the things you see in the trailer. It makes more sense to be in the actual final game, but it's not. But of course, everyone's been saying that for a long time.
My gut feeling is that with the original build, there was a lot of things in there that belong in the game now, but were just too buggy. They had to work out a lot of kinks, a lot of bugs, and that's and now they've had time. They put out these couple of updates, but they've had time. They've probably been working on it this whole time.
Right. And I think one of those things is the height of the animals versus flying through the planet. What is that? Is somebody dying?
Oh my God!
It sounds like a song.
Somebody put a Diplo in a blender.
This video is going to be like subpoenaed for homicide.
I think that's some awful feedback. Oh gosh!
I feel like there's going to be a universe reset. I feel like there's going to be a universe reset in the next update. Definitely. Yeah. And I think one thing
so. There's a suggestion thread on Reddit, and one of those suggestions were, would you want it to be reset? The whole universe.
Yeah. And it was almost like a unanimous yes.
Yeah. It was like 95+% people were like, yes.
No reset.
Because, I mean, obviously, if they improve the generation algorithm, then definitely,
of course,
it'll improve, animals, it'll improve the planets.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, for me, honestly, the biggest thing in terms of like improving the game, the two biggest things would be, hands down, planet generation and creature generation. Probably more so creature generation, because the creatures since day one have always been kind of subpar. They've not been very interesting. I mean, you find some very, very interesting creatures now and again, but they all kind of behave in the same kind of like wonky. They don't feel intelligent. You know what I mean?
Right. And at least they don't have any more dickhead creatures.
I find funny, believe me.
No, I still see quite a few, honestly. Yeah. Oh, I do. Yeah, and it's pretty obnoxious. Yeah.
They're not as prevalent as they used to be. At least not for me.
That's what's great about the game. Sometimes you see a lot of dick monsters, and sometimes you don't.
Okay,
it's
kids
kind
watch
of like
the
when
show.
you run into when you go to a planet and you hear that cricket sound, that and there's a crab. There's crabs there, and you turn around and that's what it is.
Right.
And it's not. It's probably not exactly the same kind of creature from the other planets that you saw, but it's pretty similar.
Nothing like hearing that sound, expecting a small one turning around and seeing like a 6-meter one looking at you in the face. Like
we've got Eliza on the call. How you doing?
If there's a protein in a button you set up.
We can barely hear you, Eliza.
Yeah, it's
Barely
like
hear
cutting in and out.
Yeah, I gotta see if I can find you.
How you doing? Thank you for coming on the show. It's a pleasure to have you on.
You said everything, really.
What's that?
That's very interesting.
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you, Eliza.
I'm trying to get there. Hang on.
Okay.
That's a lot better.
Okay, can you hear me better?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Pleasure to have you on. What brings you on?
We'll see.
How you doing? Thank you for coming on the show. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Well, can you turn down the background noise?
You gotta mute the stream, otherwise it's gonna be a streamception.
Streamception, yep.
Although I think one of the biggest.
We have a bad ping going on. Hang on a second.
Whoa. I feel like I just went through a portal.
This is an interesting show. There's
I've got a
an animal
video feed. Does
dying.
anyone else have that?
Podcast.
That was definitely a script.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me better?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm hearing the screeching noise.
I want to put some oil on that.
This young lady trying to get on it. She said she ain't getting a good connection.
Eliza, you there?
I definitely think if there is a universe reset, and if there is a universe reset, and then like I boot up the game, and I see a sun just smack dab in the middle, like if I have to realize that I have to if I have to fly past the sun to get to another planet, I will throw my hands up in the air, enjoy it.
As long as
that will be the day, wouldn't it?
As long as we get to keep our progress.
But then that would have real planetary physics.
Right.
At least then we'll probably have to unlock that trophy.
That'd be a little more interesting, you know?
The trophy would be called "That's the Sun." Are you serious? Like you would just fly into it.
Right. Yeah. And that was the first that was one of the first things I was thinking of when sorry if you guys hear like some weird echo. Anyway, yeah. No, that was one of the first things that I was thinking of when I first booted up the game was like, oh my God, like there's a sun and there's many planets. What happens if I fly towards the sun?
I think I threw about 50 million U's and Ks, and I was like, I give up. I've refilled my drive like 3 times.
Looks like we got Eliza.
Can you hear me now?
How you doing? Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I figured out what the problem was.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Hey, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. What brings you on tonight?
Well, I just been trying to get on your show because I'm so very excited by the whole Walking Titan and No Man's Sky, but I don't play
Walking Titan.
See what you did, Cobra.
It's great, man.
That was a mistake, okay?
You started a trend, Cobra.
It's easy to say on accident. It really is. I don't know why, but it really is.
Because there is a Walking Titan, too. I just can't remember what it's from.
Yeah.
Waking Titan sounds a lot cooler. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Eliza, are you a Waking Titan fan or a No Man's Sky fan, or both?
I'm a No Man's Sky fan, but I like the whole ARG thing, because that's free. That I don't know if you guys remember, if any of you played that. They did it through Facebook and stuff.
Yes. Wait, you learned about it through Facebook?
No. Okay, so the reason I learned from it from your show.
Okay.
But I was saying, somebody's closing a door on my thing. It sounds like weird backlash sound.
Yeah, it's a screen door. I'm not sure who's doing that, but it's a screen door. So.
I played No Man's Sky when it first came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how was it for you when it came out? Were you part of the disappointed crowd, or?
No. It was
me neither.
Awesome show, awesome game. I really enjoyed it. I played it. I think I have like 84 videos on my channel on it. There were a lot of glitches there. Lots of glitches. And I crashed one of my spaceships in between a floating island and the planet because of a glitch. And then I had to walk the whole planet to get a new spaceship.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you have a channel?
Yeah, I do. I have a channel.
Are you Grammy Plays?
What's the name of your channel?
Are you Grammy Plays?
But I am on YouTube, yeah.
You're Grammy Plays?
Yeah, because I'm a grandma. I'm a grandma.
Oh, cool. I've been wanting to get you on the show. It's awesome. I didn't know that was you. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
It's good to finally be able to talk to you.
Pin name. So that's through my Facebook, and that's how I hooked up through your Facebook thing.
Okay, awesome. It is good to have you on the show. It really is. I've been seeing Grammy plays in the comment section on every video I upload, and it's a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, I love your channel. Your channel is awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, it is.
I haven't checked out Iceman yet.
Oh, okay.
You should definitely check out Iceman.
Tried.
I haven't either. That dude's a jerk.
I hate it.
But I thought you should have a female spacer.
So
we definitely need more females in the No Man's Sky community. That's for sure.
Right.
Like, there's not enough female streamers for sure. Like,
Grammy plays. What do you think is going to come out of Waking Titan? Let me hear from just seeing it all play down, watching the videos. I'm sure you've drawn your own conclusion or you have your own opinion, which it's fun to have. What is yours?
I would hope for is that's a new DLC that they're going to patch into, and it's going to be its own separate thing, but it'll be hooked into No Man's Sky. That's what would be awesome for me, so that you could have No Man's Sky and you could download it and play it, but it would also just stay an online thing.
So you would like to see multiplayer?
Yeah, I'm not a big multiplayer kind of person, but yeah, I guess a multiplayer. I think that being able to visit people and saying hey, yay, hi, or trade or whatever would be kind of cool.
Co-op multiplayer.
Yeah, maybe. Like I said, I'm not a big multiplayer. I don't do a lot of multiplayer. Because I peeve people off way too much.
You remember the video a long time ago where I was yelling at the animals to get off the lawn? Wouldn't it be so cool if I'm inside my base and I come out and there's a whole bunch of players trying to leave comm balls and we don't really, near my base, and we didn't realize they turned on multiplayer, and I just start yelling, "Get off the lawn!" to all the online players. That would be so cool.
And I think another cool thing would be like if
would take offense, I'm sure it would be upset with you and think you meant something by it other than me.
Yeah.
I think it would also be kind of cool, like, if Sean Murray's original vision, like if you're flying through space, you won't know who's a player and who's an NPC. And at the same time, you wouldn't be able to tell if they were going to attack you or not.
At this point, as far as much, I was thinking about that this morning. Actually, I was probably last night. That exact same thing you're talking about. And I was thinking, I'm sitting here in my system, my home system, and I have my entire planet covered in so many icons you can't even see the planet anymore. Right? And I've been in this, right. I've been in this system for so long. I know every ship that's in that system.
Right.
It's like I know the NPCs. Like, oh yeah, it's Bill.
Isn't that just the coolest feeling when you you get a feel for the system that you're in, and then you realize that is one of trillions, if not quintillions, of other systems around there. And then when you return there, it's still all there.
Right.
Everything, every single ship, every single planet, the same rock that you.
Point being is that if Boone flies into my system, I'm gonna know right away that dude does not belong there.
Iceman,
yeah.
You and I both know I belong there. Okay.
Nah, you do. He's actually one of my only house guests.
Yeah, multiple visits, man. You guys need to hit up Iceman's base.
You'd be like the Sentinels then.
The universe.
Iceman, how far away are you from me?
Not too far. One jump maybe.
Really?
It's probably half a jump. I think we're about 600 light years, something like that. Yeah, we're in jumping distance.
Actually, go ahead.
Drop me down your coordinates after the show.
I will.
All right.
Yeah, Cobra, I'm actually, I know that you have your own base and whatnot, but how far away is it from the hub?
It's, I think, the next region over, I believe. Thalakri Fringe. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's part of the hub. I mean, the whole place around there is now becoming the hub. All the other regions. Yeah. But Rento, it just happens to be like the capital region because it has, the star system Lenin in it. Yeah, I mean, it's like right next door to Rento, almost.
I'd love to check it out.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Funny because I've been looking at like my recent discoveries since I started playing again, and I've been exploring pretty much every system within the immediate, like within the same region of, my old home system, which I actually recently moved after finding vortex cubes on the surface. So that made me happy. So I was like, yeah, I'm moving here. But yeah, and like I'm just like looking around, like it just kind of hit me. I'm like, wow, I have not gone through a black hole. I mean, I've gone through a couple of black holes, but I've ended up coming back and then just kind of like exploring the same general area.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Grammy, there's Dave Wilson in the chat is looking for your YouTube link. Is there any way that you could put it in the Skype chat?
Oh, well, I don't know. Tell me how to do it, and I probably can.
Just go to your link, copy and paste it into the Skype chat.
Oh.
I like Grid.
Hey, Cobra.
Yeah.
To go. Thanks for bringing me on. I have to get ready for work.
All right, Marcellus, man. You take care, man. Stay strong, stay safe, and come back again.
Right, sir. All right, I'm definitely coming back.
Okay, buddy.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, bye.
You know, Cobra, I seriously love everything that you're leading, like, on this entire, like, honestly, I would have not known about Waking Titan at all if I hadn't tuned into your channel, dude. I appreciate everything you're doing. This is just amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, if it wasn't for
gotta
Cobra,
say,
I wouldn't have known the tapes.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah.
I gotta say, the whole situation, even with the tapes, but more so with Waking Titan, I was scared to death in the beginning to even talk about it. You know, because I'm like, what if this is all wrong?
Yeah, but even if it was wrong, to me, it just seems like it's fun. I mean,
yeah, that's
people
right.
that aren't having fun with it are taking it way too serious.
Right, it is fun. And what Colt is doing with RTT, that's fun too. I mean, I don't believe it's going to lead anywhere, but I tell you what, even though I think that, I still watched Colt stream as he's following RTT because it's fun. It's like it's like pre-multiplayer happening right before our eyes, you know, and it's just amazing. It's fun entertainment. All I say is just with the RTT thing, just don't take it seriously. Just watch and have fun.
You know, I never understand why people were so upset about No Man's Sky. I get maybe about the multiplayer if that was your thing and you were waiting for that. I kind of get that whole thing, but I couldn't understand why, because there hadn't been any other game out there that, I mean, there's other ones now on PC that I see, but not too many of them that you can play on PlayStation 4 that made you like the Space Ranger. I mean, you could play Mass Effect. I played all 3 Mass Effects, and I'm replaying them now for my channel. But it wasn't the same feel. You were a ranger. It was like playing Halo in space or something. It was just, you were a ranger and you were fighting, but you weren't discovering planets and naming them and categorizing them and then trying to figure out who you were in the universe.
Right.
And I just couldn't understand why people were so like, I'm sending this game back. I'm like, really?
I know. There's so many different ways to play No Man's Sky. I was watching a stream from Iceman the other day. I was supposed to be working, and
Iceman.
And he was showing people how to become a pirate and get nanites by being a pirate.
Yes.
And watching him do that, him commentating and going through the whole thing, parking near a black hole. It was just amazing. It was amazing to see somebody play that way. And then you go from his channel and you go over to Martin Requiem, and he is, he's exploring the animals. He's cataloging everything. And then you have Steve. It's not the Steve we have on the call here, but another Steve. He is an artist. So he goes to a planet. And just like the old days where they used to, explorers here on Earth, they used to have a sketchbook and they would sketch everything and write notes about what they're seeing.
Right.
He does that with the game. And his sketches are amazing.
Yeah.
Those that play like a pirate, I think they're just copying off of me.
Oh.
They're doing it a week later.
Nice.
They actually plug me a black hole. They don't stay and fight like I do.
Are
Well,
you
that
Black
sounds like
Joker?
that sounds like a player challenge.
No. William, there used to be a guy who used to come on the GNN, and you sound like him, and he used to be called Black Joker. Is that you?
Oh no.
Okay. Because he was a
they cut off of my
friend of the
video.
show. That
One of my videos.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because one of my videos is called "A Pirate Life for Me." I think they just trying to do an easier way of copying off me because they're too afraid to hang out and stay and fight. I go in there and I loot every single freighter in the system before I even move. It seems like they just
good,
take
though.
one, maybe 4 ships and then run.
Yeah.
Do you also play Black Flag? No. All right.
Nope.
I don't know who you're addressing.
There was somebody. Oh man, I think it was the last subcast you had. I don't remember exactly who it was. Somebody was talking about Black Flag, and anyway, go ahead.
That was probably me.
Black Flag was a punk band.
Huh?
Black Flag was a punk band in the E.
Yep. Good old Henry Rollins.
Yeah. Is that who they were talking about? No.
No. It's a game.
Assassin's
No.
Creed Black Flag.
Speaking of
Oddly
that,
enough, I think me and Grammy listen to the same music. That's crazy.
Probably.
speaking of that, there was a friend of mine that I talked to on Twitter has showed me that pirate game that was revealed at E3. I forget what it was called. What was
it? Sea of Thieves.
There's 2 of them.
Sea of
No, it
Thieves.
wasn't Sea of Thieves. It was the other
And
one.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. That's it.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, he asked me to sign up for the beta, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we can get together and blow other people's ships up and stuff." It's like, and he said, "Well, it's made by Ubisoft, and it's like Black Flag. They're using, basically they're trying to appease the people that like Black Flag with this game."
Appease. I like that.
That's my word. That's
Yeah,
my
right.
word today.
Grammy, how do you play No Man's Sky? What are you doing when you're playing?
When I played, I'm not playing it right now. Remember, I have to get a PS4. I had a PS4 when my grandson's father lived with us.
Yeah.
And so I played that and Fallout 4, right? I played No Man's Sky and Fallout 4. And I was playing them both at the same time, bouncing back and forth. And what I like to do is I was just trying to do, because there was that myth about getting to the center of the universe. And so I was trying to get to the center of the universe. Not doing a very good job. If you watch any of my videos, I don't do a very good job. So if you like to laugh at old people playing video games,
Either way,
kind of my thing.
I'm in. I'm subscribed.
You're awesome. That's amazing.
Awesome.
Because I do a vlog. I do a vlog where you can listen to me talk about the world. Because I'm going to be 52 in August, and then I also do animation, which is a beginning thing for me.
That's
So-
awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
No,
very awesome.
That's great.
Well, I used to be a behavioral analysis, if any of you are interested in that, with little kids.
Witchcraft.
5.
Behavioral analysis.
For children who has mental health issues.
Oh.
Okay.
You understand exactly why people stop playing this game.
I mean, part of my gimmick online right now is that I'm going to be a father in a few months, so maybe I'll hit you up in case some weird stuff starts happening.
Congrats, dude!
Yeah.
Congrats on you being a father in a few months. That's beautiful.
Oh, thanks. I guess, I
Oh,
guess
that's
not
awesome,
everyone hears.
Of course.
I've mentioned it a couple
Yeah,
times
kids are
before.
great.
Cirrus is in Skype. I don't know if he wants to come on the show or not, but he's asking me to bring up the numbers that are on the right-hand side when you search for something on the echo64.com website. And what it ended up being some kind of picture of words, and it had something to do with Hamlet, didn't it?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. So that's what that was, Cirrus. It ended up forming, because those are color codes, and it ended up forming a picture of something, a string of letters or whatever, and it ended up having something to do with Hamlet.
Now here's something interesting in my research that I've done, and I'm not sure if this amounts to anything, but it was very interesting that I found this, and I can send you a screenshot of it. It's the most insane thing I think I've found in my research on this stuff. So I heard about the Hamlet connection, right? And I figured that Shakespeare died in the year 1616, right?
Right. Ooh.
There's
Okay.
your 16s again.
Right. There's your 16s again. So we had me and Colt were flying around, and this Joker led us to a planet that he named Montauk, and so I just put in Montauk 1616. Right. It took me to a website named Meet in Montauk, under which there was a page that said Meet Me in Montauk, and under which it said Song of the Day number 1616. It was Adele's Skyfall from the James Bond movie.
Yep.
That is awesome.
And you read the lyrics to Skyfall on that page, and it sounds like Hello Games is telling you, all right, when the update comes out, let the chips fall where they may, or it seems like there's a message in that in the song lyrics, and it blew me away. I was like, there's no way that this could possibly be related to one another, but it's cool. It was a really neat find.
Either somebody really smart or we all stupid.
So it probably people researched it well. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just don't believe that in coincidence when you're talking about games and things like that, because a lot of these people who create these ARGs, they research a lot, and they do a lot of those little itty bitty things that when you catch it, then you're like, oh my God, that's so weird, because they all connect in very odd ways. They're not useful in anything. They just make these weird connections.
Right.
Right. And I think that's kind of like what I found. And I'm trying to give the people who designed the ARG a lot of credit and say that, if they've had months to plan something like this, then they have got everything worked out, and it's unfolding exactly the way that they wanted it to.
But what I've noticed, we could sit here and think of so many different ways to get 16 out of this. Like,
right.
So many different ways. And have you guys ever seen the number 23?
Yeah, I was about to say somebody's gonna go all Jim Carrey in the number 23 on us.
Man, like in that movie, they always get the number 23 no matter how you do math. And it always reverts back to the number 23. It's like this weird puzzle, and it's a good movie. And it's got a twist to it. And but this whole situation reminds me of that movie, of 23, of always coming across the answer 16, or being able to connect Mercury records of those two YouTube videos, and HG is the sign for Mercury on a periodic table. It's just like, how much of this is real? How much of it is just coincidence? How much of it is us connecting dots together the way we want to make it look like that? It's just, it makes me feel crazy.
Right.
Really
like
does.
I said, this is
I can't wait till it's over.
That's the whole
This
concept.
is the tinfoil head episode,
Yeah.
Although it's funny because, after starting to follow Waking Titan, I started to look into other ARGs, like the Sombra ARG, the I Love Bees ARG, and I'm reading through it, specifically the Sombra one. I'm like, okay, this is some really obvious stuff. But then again, I'm thinking about it at the time, some of these things you wouldn't even think to connect.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Which is why I'm pretty much taking almost every little bit of information, like the Mercury Records HG connection. I'm taking that one a little to heart because it seems like something that
too much of a coincidence. Yes,
right.
I'm with you on that one. Stone Wallman, thank you for coming out to the show. Yes, this is a podcast. I call them subcasts because it's my subscribers, they get to call into the show, and you get to have your own voice. You get to talk about what you want. You get to voice your opinion, talk about your ideas, plug your YouTube channel, anything you want to do. So if you'd like to come on the show, Stone Wallman, even if you're not a subscriber, you can. Just look in the description, add me on Skype, and come right on.
I sent you in a chat. I sent you my first blog, but I don't know how to get you in a link. how to get
I
a
think they
link.
found it. They're good.
Okay.
They found it.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. I feel better now. I think I was a failure.
No.
No.
I think what we need on the channel tonight is Art Bell. That's what we
Art Bell.
need. Have you?
Yes.
Art Bell. Have you ever heard of Art Bell?
I love Art Bell.
When I was at work on night
Idol.
shift. Yeah, I was at work on night shift, and I used to have to do perimeter duty, right? And and you'd be in the truck all night on perimeter duty, and like the 3 hours of the Art Bell show were like the best part of that perimeter duty, right? Because it makes it interesting. Like we could have a seance right now to see what's happening at Hello Games.
Right. Yeah.
I actually know how to do one of those.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
But I ain't doing them, but I know how they're done.
Okay. All right.
They make my hair stand on end.
Yeah. I don't have any.
No hairs on your neck, sorry.
Nope. So who joined the call, Cobra?
I'm looking. I don't think anybody did.
Nobody joined the call? Oh, okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
D-Lo, yes.
Perfect.
Did you go somewhere?
I don't know. My microphone was. I thought it was acting up for a second because I was.
Oh no.
Anyway, as long as I'm not as amplified as it was before, everything's cool.
Yeah, as long as you talk like that.
A little loud, but it's okay. I think.
Is there any way? Is there any way you could, like, bring the
Turn it
microphone
down?
further? Well, you don't really need to turn it down. What it sounds like is you need to get the microphone further away from your from your mouth.
How about here?
That's good.
Oh yeah. See, if you just talk like this, you'll be fine.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been
having a
dealing
voice.
with mine trying to get it to where I can just talk with it about 6 inches away. And if I were to get right up on my mic, like I'm singing right now, it would completely blow everything.
Right. No. Exactly. No. Go ahead.
One thing that I know earlier we were talking about, like all the different ways we can play No Man's Sky with the addition of photo mode. That adds another entirely new way to play the game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just be
I
a
love
photographer.
photo mode, man. That's one of my
God, I
favorite
know.
things on the game right now.
Yeah, that was an awesome addition.
I absolutely love. I cannot say this enough. I love photo mode.
Right. Yeah.
Like
There's
that's one of the best things that you could ever put in a game is photo.
Oh yeah.
mode.
Oh yeah, dude. There's also rumors apparently that Hello Games in their next update, they won't necessarily be, or at least one of the updates will be like some sort of like kind of like photo view mode where you can actually
like ambient.
Yeah, where you can like kind of go around and actually explore the. I don't know how much I'd be interested in it, but apparently it's supposed to be like an actual photo mode type of thing where you go around and you kind of like experience a universe of No Man's Sky.
Cool, actually.
That would be pretty cool.
I would like it. I would really.
I need to do more stuff with the photo mode. Can you take the photos right off of your PS4?
Yeah, if you have
Definitely.
if you have like a USB flash drive that you can plug into your system, you could just go to like your capture gallery, highlight No Man's Sky, hit the options button, copy the USB drive, and then
Here's how I do it. I send all my pictures that I want to put on Facebook or whatever I want to share. I send it to my cousin on the PlayStation Network, and then I go onto my phone, get the PlayStation Message app, look up the conversation within that app, and then I take screenshots on my phone of it. That's what I do. That's convoluted. It's a convoluted way to do it, but I don't have a flash drive. So.
What I do is play back a YouTube video that I did and do a screen capture like that.
I used to do that too, yeah. I used to do that before photo mode.
I remember when Foundation Update came out and I wanted to take a picture of my base. I got like really far away and I just I emptied my jetpack just so I can get a nice overhead view.
Yes.
I did actually do the same exact.
I've done that too.
But yeah, my base is
Cobra,
coming
am I
along.
allowed to put my channel link in your chat?
YouTube probably lets you. But I did it for people, and I'm going to put it again.
Okay, because I see in the chat here that says that they keep asking. I didn't want them to think I was being rude.
All right, here is Grammy Plays YouTube. This is a video, but just click on her name, and it'll take you right to Grammy Plays.
Love it.
So,
like I said, Grammy Plays. I'm gonna sub to you tonight. So.
Oh, well, that's fine. None of you guys have to sub it. You can just go watch it if you want.
No,
subs are kind
I'm
of slow
subbing.
to go. But
He's subbing, darn it, and you're not going to stop
I'm
him.
building my
there's an argument going.
You want to fight about it? I'm gonna sub your channel, whether you like it.
I love to fight. That's why I play video games.
Oh, watch out!
Oh.
Here we go. I'll let you win.
Them's fighting words.
Really good.
Hey,
Children
fellas,
never let me win. Somebody let me win.
I'm gonna scram out of here.
All right, buddy.
But it's been awesome talking to you, Cobra. Thanks for having me on. Ice.
All right, Boondock.
Sure, I'll talk to you real soon. Everybody else, I love you guys. And
I love you too, man.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Hey, have a good night, man.
Have a good one, man.
Have a good one. Yeah, I love playing No Man's Sky simply because it's a nice break from all the action-centric games that come out today. Like, I mean, you got Call of Duty that comes out every year, and it's just
I was saying in another subcast, I was going between No Man's Sky and Just Cause 3.
Oh god, that's like two. It's like two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
No, you want to know two ends of the spectrum? I was going in between Battlefield 1 multiplayer and No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're going in between World War I, just absolute hardcore warfare, and then you're just kind of hanging out, running around planets.
Right.
And, yeah.
Right.
No, it's a very big difference.
World War I.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1? Do you like that one?
Oh, absolutely.
I play games at once, so it's I have quite a few things going on at the same time. So I was just curious how Battlefield.
So
it's kind of hard to hear you.
The 17th is right around the corner, and we're going to get, what are your opinions? Another commercial, right?
I think it's going to be another commercial. I think it's going to be another ad. But what's going to be on that website is definitely going to be interesting to see, interesting to look at. What it's going to be advertising is a completely different story. But I'm definitely going to be tuning into that radio station probably around, while I'm at work, probably around like 10:30, 11 o'clock, since that's midnight in Puerto Rico.
Do you think the website will go live before or?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I stayed up pretty late the night that the other one went live, or went during the time the last broadcast.
And that went live,
and it wasn't live yet. And when I woke up, it was. So I'm not really sure.
Okay.
How that's going to work out.
That seems like the story of a lot of this. Like you can't stay up 24 hours a day.
Some people do.
Yeah, believe me, I know. Well, I think there's one guy I know that's doing he's ex-military, and during this entire thing, he has been getting catnaps every half hour, like he would if he were on a field exercise, just to keep in touch with everything that's going on. And that's bordering like insanity level.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I've been awake for 26 hours. I'm now at the 26-hour mark. Yeah.
You sound
oh gosh! I'm hearing that.
No, I've been awake since 6 p.m. yesterday. So that would be
that's too much.
25 hours.
What's the matter with you, man? Why would you do that?
I couldn't sleep, man. It's Friday.
So. Okay, well,
ladies and gentlemen, we have Tyler Durden on the call. How you doing, Tyler?
Oh no, Tyler Durden.
We've got Tyler Durden.
First rule about Fight Club: you don't talk about
Yes.
Fight Club.
Quiet, Cobra. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think it's another ad, and I think that website, is gonna. Here's what I'm hoping for out of this website: more of a direct, physical proof that it is related to Hello Games, and not just. Ricardo, thank you for subscribing, buddy. Not just
Emily.
Well, there's things that I know that connects us to Hello Games that should not be public. So I know I'm safe. I feel safe in saying it is, without later on in the future worrying if I'm going to be wrong or not.
Right.
But what I want to see is things that I can share as proof that it's connected to Hello Games.
Right.
Things that, like maybe evidence of something on this new website that's going to go active, Multiverse, that has a direct link to No Man's Sky. That's what I'm hoping.
Somebody.
To get all the people who are afraid to make that connection, get them all on board.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping out of
Well, that
this
would
new
take a lot
update.
of pressure off everybody too.
It will. It really will.
And we can start having a lot more fun with this, because what happens is is that when your personal reputation is on the line, you tend to take it a little bit more seriously than the rest of everybody else. You know what I mean? Because everybody's like listening to you to see what your opinion is. What do you think's gonna happen? Well, if you're wrong, everyone's well, don't listen to that dude anymore. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean?
That's all right. I just say I'm always wrong, and then I'm okay.
Yeah.
People,
then they're surprised. They're like, "Oh my God, she was right! Awesome!"
people have been wrong before, and it wasn't the end of the world.
Right.
Sometimes when people were wrong, it was close to the end of the world. But yeah, anyway.
Well, that was only
somebody on the
I was
Reddit.
only wrong once. Once. And that was based on information GameStop told me. Okay. I was right about the center. I was right about the center. I was right about what happens when you get there. I was right about it was the center of the galaxy, not center of the universe. I was right about so many things throughout the development that people used to argue with me on. The thing I was wrong on was GameStop called me and said, Cobra, because they know who I am, right? They go,
wow.
We just had information from a Sony rep that No Man's Sky is going to work with VR, PSVR. And I said, really? I said, oh my gosh. So I made a video. And I entrusted them. So I even pre-ordered it, right? Went home and made a video. And then did some more research, found out that I was wrong. And I was wrong because I listened to them. And I went back in. I was mad, right? I was mad at them.
I remember that video.
But then they got mad at me because I canceled my pre-order on the PSVR and took my money back.
Oh.
So that's why I don't have a PSVR right now. Otherwise, I'd have one.
Well,
It's like, I think they're cool.
Lesson learned. Don't lie to
nobody
make
actually
money.
went to the center yet.
So,
well, it wouldn't surprise me if, GameStop, that GameStop person had to sell a certain amount of those VRs or they were going to get fired or something. So they knew how to get you to buy one.
Right.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Miguel Ramirez, thank you for coming out to the show. But this is it's kind of like a podcast. But I call them Subcasts. It's a podcast with my subscribers. People are allowed to come on the show, kind of like a radio show. So if you have anything you'd like to talk about, add me on Skype in the description, and then we'll get you on.
While we're all here, so Microsoft, they announced the Xbox One X. What do we all think about that, just real quick?
I think
It's just a name, dude.
Okay.
Hey, we have, real quick, Ricardo just joined the call. How you doing, bud?
I'm okay. Can't complain.
Huh? Wait, what?
He says he's okay and he can't complain.
Oh, Scottish?
No,
Australian.
Dutch.
Oh, Dutch.
Dutch. Oh, well, dude, it's a pleasure having you on the show, man. Really, it is. What brings you on tonight?
I don't know. That's it.
I think the funniest thing about the Xbox One X though is if you abbreviate it, just like
Right.
Xbox One is like XBO. It's abbreviated to Xbox.
Yep. Xbox One X. Yeah. XBOX. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And just the fact, I think the biggest thing, the coolest thing about it is its original Xbox backwards compatibility.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's the only thing that made me interested in it.
they're pushing it so hard as being the most powerful console, and they're throwing all these technical specifications and all these numbers. I don't understand that crap. I don't care about that crap. Show me side-by-side comparison. If I can see a noticeable difference between a PS4 Pro and an Xbox One X, then maybe I'll consider it.
Well, you'll
But if
see it
it's like-
because well, one of the developers for Ark Survival Evolved said that it is basically the same as having a PC with a GTX 1070 and 16 gigs of system RAM, which is pretty good.
It's
Yeah,
That's not bad.
Like having well, if you have it on a PC, can you compare it to an Xbox One?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, what do you mean?
Well,
Well,
wait, say that again.
So can you compare a PC to an Xbox One, or can you compare a PC to a PlayStation 4?
Oh, I see what he's asking. I think he's basically saying compare the Xbox One X compared to a PC, and then compare the PC to the PS4 Pro.
Ah,
Is that
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Oh, it's the PS4 Pro.
Basically, a side-by-side comparison of all three.
Well, PS4 Pro is probably going to be on the low end there.
Yeah.
And then your Xbox One X, and then your PC. Well, but it's tough to compare with PC because it depends on how they optimize the games and stuff.
Well, it's
really
hard to
for
even-
Xbox One X, what they really need to shoot for is all of these games that we have on PS4 and Xbox. All of these games that run at 30 frames per second, they need to run at 60 frames per second on
Right.
the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
And I think that's. I was listening to GM. I think it was GM Gameplay today. I was listening to somebody today, and they were talking about how people are, if they get the Xbox One X, they're going to be disappointed because you're still going to have software frame rate locks. So it doesn't matter if you've got this beast of a machine if you're running tic-tac-toe on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you've got this quantum supercomputer that you're ready to play games on, and you're playing Pong, it's still going to be Pong.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
It's funny because the press conference, they said, oh, this game and this game and this game and this game are going to be getting updates to support the Xbox One X. And there's like at least a couple thousand Xbox One games out right now, and those are the only ones that are going to be enhanced for it. I mean, then first of all, you're paying nearly $1,000 for a decent 4K TV. Then you got to slap down another $500 for the Xbox One X, and only a handful of games are going to be.
Well, what it is, it's the proprietary nature of consoles and the video game market, right?
Yeah.
The proprietary nature of it is what is killing the software end of it. We've got the hardware end going. We're catching up with the PC, but as far as the software end goes, it's so proprietary that it's hard to program for. Because
it is because Destiny 2 is a good example because you got 60 frames per second easy on PC, but PS4 Pro, for
depending
example,
on your
is not
hardware.
powerful enough. Yeah, but I'm saying,
that's why I hate when they talk about what's going to be enhanced. Tell me what new game is going to come out for something, not what's going to be remastered.
Right.
And although I find it really funny that the very first game they show that was enhanced for the Xbox One X is a car game.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, let's say you let me install a PC game on an Xbox. Why can't I do that?
Because it's a PC game is
Different
optimized
platforms.
Yeah, it's
differently.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like Xbox
It's
and
all about
the
the
PC
money.
should be the same, like
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So
It would depend on how they process the information. Is because I used to program computers, and so the newer computers have certain newer codes, that you can languages that you can use, and Xbox may only have one set that they're using,
right,
and then their
because
developers that same set.
of the proprietary nature of Xbox.
Anyways,
Yeah.
don't both consoles run on Linux? Like some form of Linux, or is it
No.
proprietary? Okay.
No, it's also proprietary because they want the Xbox One and the Xbox One X to be able to be compatible with Windows 10. Now, whether or not that's happening, I don't know, but that's why they're keeping it as proprietary as it is. That's the reason they give anyway.
Okay. Well, it's time for me to get going because I got to get to work.
Okay, Zeno. Depending on what kind of information we have tomorrow, we may go live again. So hopefully I'll see you there. If it's
Sounds
big
good.
news.
Yeah, I'll definitely be following. I'll probably be listening in while I'm bored out of my skull at work.
Zeno,
Working the late shift, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, working the late shift. I know the feel.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, buddy.
Have a good one.
Bye.
I tell you what, I'm glad they decided to do this while I was on vacation.
Nice.
Yeah, I was out of town for a couple days too. Few days, 4 days. I don't remember.
I wanted to kind of get Ricardo's opinion on the whole Waking Titan thing. Have you been following it? What do you think it's going to add up to be?
All of
Ricardo?
Okay, all right. We can't hear you, Ricardo, but we do have Josh on the call.
Yo.
And how you doing, bud?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I saw your message there on Twitter. You've devoted an entire Twitter account to Waking Titan.
That's right.
At least it looks like it. So
yeah, no,
I'm
I've gone
interested.
down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I bet, man. So we all are going too deep on some things. What do you think, man? Let's hear your opinion on everything you found in the rabbit hole.
Well, one thing that I've been really trying to find out more about today was reaction tea time.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You mean
and
the
thing
guy
with
that
Emily,
you're not even allowed to mention on eTark?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was wondering people's opinion on Emily. Like I've heard your opinion on her, and you thought maybe she had something to do with the.
She's a fraud.
Hold on.
You think she's a fraud?
Wait, wait, guys, hold on. So I know it's some, a lot of us didn't know what an ARG was before we ran into this. So
Definitely.
When you find out that somebody is an actor and an ARG, your first feeling is, I've been betrayed. Who is this person lying to me?
Yeah.
Fraud. But no,
Right.
I mean, they're part of the game. It's part of the fun.
Mhm.
They're there to kind of help push along the ARG in case people get stuck. They're storytellers. So I'm not confirming she is, but it seems like she is. And I don't want to talk about the skeletal structure of the ARG anymore, because I think it's going to kind of fun.
Well, one thing that sort of interested me today was I saw a post on the eTark website about 2 days ago. She posted something about reaction tea time, saying that he was a troll.
Right.
And I was just thinking, why would someone that was a part of the ARG say that this other person who was part of the ARG was fake?
I don't think RTT is.
And why does she know so much about No Man's Sky if she doesn't play it?
Right.
Right.
In the video, she
there's that betrayal feeling again.
It's just, the one thing that sort of rang some bells for me was I was talking to Colt C earlier, and he was sort of alluding to that reaction tea time is more like the glitch like the Nada and Polo characters.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like that's why his stream is a loop. He's only playing the 16th tape.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, his
And
stream
John
is
Denver
still.
now. Don't forget that he's also doing John Denver now.
Yeah, that's right. And,
Oh.
and I don't know if you guys noticed, but Colt C has a stream going, and he's analyzed
Well, we've
that.
noticed.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. It's a hard one to sort of.
Before we go any further, you guys can talk about RTT. I'm not going to stop you, but I do want to state for anybody that's watching the YouTube channel, I don't believe RTT is a part of it. That's my opinion. And with that said, you guys are free to talk about everything that's going on as much as you want, just as long as people know what my opinion about
Yeah, I'm sort of
RTT
with
is.
you on that one, Cobra. I'm
Okay.
sort of steering that way.
Okay.
What is
Go ahead.
RTT?
So remind me again, who's RTT and what's RTT?
Yeah, what?
I hate bringing this guy's name up, but his name is.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
Look, if this dude is a troll, he is the most dedicated troll I've ever seen, and I think he deserves a hand clap.
Oh.
But if he is a troll, it will definitely I will be severely disappointed. But because I really don't want him to be, but I have a feeling that I don't know. It's a very uneasy feeling about the whole RTT thing. And I love Colt for what he's doing. However, I like to think about the possibility, like just imagine in your mind real quick, forget about everything you know about everything. Imagine what it would take in reality for him to be part of the ARG.
Exactly.
What would that take?
Oh my God.
It would take a plot of it's like an epic scale plot.
Exactly.
Behind the scenes in order for this guy to be part of the ARG.
There's no way that he could be like. At this point, it's like he's almost obviously trolling. Like there's just this stream has been going on since June 5th, and it's like what? So that would be 11 days now. I mean, there's just. Why would it make any sense for that to have any connection to what's going on right now? Especially the fact that when was the last radio broadcast we received? It was June 10th, and then June 17th is when we're supposed to receive the next one. At this point, it's just
well, and here's the thing, right? Like when this first kicked off, and I cannot say with certainty that it doesn't have anything to do with the ARG. I cannot.
Of course, yeah.
And here's why I can't, because it seems that, and I'll just say it. It seems that when it first went on and it said the whole loop 16 thing happened.
Yeah.
I started thinking, okay, well, what if this is a timer, like a countdown timer, right? If this is a countdown timer and he plays 16 hours 16 times, that leads us to around the 16th. That's 256 hours from the time he started the stream until 256 hours would be on the 16th at 12 noon. Well, at the 16th on 12 noon, I put it in the chat. Look, if something doesn't happen at the 16th at 12 noon, I'm done with this. You know, I'm through.
Well, I think that as the puzzle, like tomorrow on the 17th, or today almost on the 17th, I think as the ARG starts to move forward, he's going to look more and more like a troll as things go, because it's not going to match the things that he's leaving behind.
We're still in the very beginning of questioning.
Here's the crazy part, though. Here's the crazy part. What happened at 1 p.m. instead of 12 p.m., I might have been an hour off. But what happened at 1 p.m. was that the site went active.
What site?
At 1 p.m.
1 p.m. So that's what I wanted to ask was what
Central
time. So it's Central Time. So I was just thinking because it's about an hour and a half until midnight on the 17th in Puerto Rico. So I just didn't know if the Echo 64 website went up at the time zone of Seychelles, or however you pronounce it.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So something did happen. I was just an hour off of my calculations, probably. But it's too close. It's too close. Sorry, Cobra.
We got Keep Calm. No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting. We have Keep Calm and Game On. He's a YouTuber with an awesome channel. How you doing, bud?
How's it going, guys?
Man, it's awesome. It is such a pleasure to have you on my show. What's going on, man?
Oh, not much.
Coming on Cobra TV.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. I usually just listen, but I'm like, I got
Same here.
We're still streaming, so I'm like, I'm gonna type in the Skype code and hop in and see what's up. So,
yeah, we're discussing Reaction Tea Time. Who's I don't
that
know
guy
if it's
that
my
just
fault.
streams and he just sits there.
Yeah,
and he's also got one of the creepiest profile pictures in a long time that I've seen.
So my question is, does he just sit there and just like react by just staring at his screen? Like that's his whole channel? That's his whole stick? Is that?
Well, that's where I think the whole glitch thing comes in of Nada and Polo's story. I think that's what the whole Loop 16 thing means.
But yeah, on his channel, they've got 4 channels, and one of them's a backup channel. One of them's their main channel. Then they've got Reaction Tea Time, which they've got the stream going on now. But their main channel is still posting vids on almost a semi-daily basis, and their vids are a mocking reaction show where they take people's react videos, right? Like I'm reacting to this or I'm reacting to that, and then they put that in the center of the screen and they just stare at it like, how stupid is this? and they react to people's react videos because apparently they're not a big fan of react videos, so they're mockingly doing that. Well, if that's the case, if they're putting out videos every other day, then that means the dude on the stream, that's a loop video.
Yeah.
That's a loop,
right?
Yeah,
so
I figured it was a
video.
loop. I mean, nobody sits there for that long and just stares
the
at
gameplay's live.
The gameplay is live because Colt's been chasing him around the galaxy.
Who watches react videos? Come on.
Yeah, nobody watches videos.
No, because
Wait,
you react
my son watches
yourself.
those.
No. What?
Oh, okay. Well, somebody watches them. And well, I
Yeah,
guess if nobody watched them,
13,
nobody would make them, really.
Well, that's true, maybe.
But
So I assume all of you are big fans of No Man's Sky. Am I right?
Sure.
No,
That's safe to assume.
Yes.
Of course.
I pretty much think it stinks. No, that's not.
Okay, so here's the thing. I
Bought
bought
it day
the
one.
game like 6 months ago, right? I bought it off a website that like you can buy keys off of. So I got a used key or whatever. I bought it, I'm playing, it's working, right? Well, it turns out 6 months later, because I haven't played in like 3 months, turns out I had a bad key, so it wouldn't update. So I've been playing the vanilla version this whole time, didn't realize it didn't have the updates.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What?
And then somebody in my stream pointed out that they're like, dude, why does like the graphics look so dated? You're missing all this content. I'm pretty sure it's up to date. I'm like, I have it on auto update. They're like, no, man, you're missing out. I'm like, I'm just gonna reinstall it. So I deleted it, tried to reinstall it, and that's when I found out that I had a bad code because it wouldn't let me reinstall. So I basically can't play now until I buy the full version.
No.
Oh man.
Damn. So I'm waiting for the Steam sale to happen so I can get it like half price because $60 is still a little steep for me, but I'm still following all like the conspiracy theories and all that.
Is it still
Dude, it's a completely
No.
different game now, too.
Well, the PC version might be. You can get it at Walmart for 40.
Yeah.
I know the PS4 version you can get it for like 15 used, but PC on Steam is still $60, so it's still a little steep for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still playing the vanilla version. Well, I was, and so even if I get it, jump in now, even without all this new update, I'm still experiencing all this stuff for the first time. So it's gonna be intense.
Were
That's
you
gonna be
asking
epic, dude.
people
Yeah,
where to get the base from? Like, guys, how do I build my base? I can't find a way.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were like elements of the update in there, but eventually it just stopped updating because I guess the people figured out that I had a bad code.
Oh.
But the graphics still weren't updated. I was like watching my brother play on PS4. I'm like, how does this look so good? Like, I have a PC. It should look better than a PS4. And it's like, I don't know, man. And now I know. But yeah, it's kind of my backstory on the No Man's Sky situation.
Wow.
Well,
That is crazy.
What's
I
your
wanna-
channels?
I
I want to sub.
channel.
Do what?
Keep calm and game on.
Okay.
The funny thing is, though, I was still
on.
having fun, like back when it first came out without all these updates. I was still enjoying it, just going to different planets, like because everything's randomly generated. I was just having fun exploring,
Right. I want to go back to Josh here and resume talking about Waking Titan. And I said it again. I said it again. I can't be the only one.
Good old Waking Titan.
I think they choose the name on purpose to mess with me or something. I don't know. So we left off talking about reaction tea time.
Yeah.
Where did you leave off on your opinion on that whole situation?
Yeah, so reaction tea time. I don't think he's a part of it, but it seems like it's so much going on in that channel that he's got to have some sort of idea about the ARG. Like for someone to put the 16th tape up apparently on what was it, like the 5th, before any of the other mods received their tapes, that sort of makes me think.
The only thing with reaction tea time that confuses me, other than Hello Games actually talking to somebody that's involved and telling them it's not related, but the thing that confuses me with RTT is that he is so invested. If he is trolling, he is investing, or they are investing a lot of time, a lot of thought into setting up Cult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a lot to set up one person. And RTT's not getting a lot of viewers, so it's not like he's benefiting a whole lot from it.
Yeah.
Number two, streaming the way he is on that channel, that could hurt your channel. You know what I mean? People are going to unsub. Like, what is this? This is not. The
but you look at his
for.
channel. I don't think he seems like he's that, into making videos. He makes the same sort of shit all the time. So, I'm pretty sure he couldn't care if he loses subscribers. You know what I mean?
I think their videos remind me of like art house videos. Like you would see like an indie art house video where it's more. I think they're more of an art form than they are anything.
Yeah, like an abstract art sort of.
Right, like an abstract art form. Exactly. They're art students who can't pay their school loans or something.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
The fact that they seem to be using a lot of resource and a lot of effort to do what they're doing. I think he's a troll. That's my opinion.
But what about the whole message in the John Denver tracks that he just started playing?
Any one of us can sit there and think of a song or a poem or something to link that can make people believe it's part of the ARG.
But it's super weird with this. God, I can't even remember what his name is. What is really weird is that when you actually go and you sit there and you listen to his stream, it almost sounds like a real tape. Like you hear the, how every tape had like a 12 of 16 or 13 of 16. You listen to it, you hear 16 of 16, and then it's just some weird. It sounds exactly like all the other tapes.
Right, and how is it that he started broadcasting his first? How would he know that was on the tape to fake it?
Right.
Yeah.
On June 5th.
Hold on.
That's just so weird. Yeah.
Now we can't go back to when he first started and see if that's what he was broadcasting on the 5th.
That's
we
right.
can now because his live stream. Here's the crazy part: is that his live stream, he cut it off. If I'm correct in the loops, right, on the 15th, at the end of the 15th loop, he cut it off and then started a 16th one, and then he stopped as soon as he stopped moving and he stopped doing anything as soon as the 16th one was done, and then the website went active. Well, when he stopped the 1 through 15, that was like 238 hours of streaming, and it's actually up on YouTube now. So we can go up to the beginning of his stream to see what happened.
We can?
Okay.
Yes.
Link it. I want to see if he was doing it on the 5th.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I'd love
just-
to see that too.
What is the most bizarre part of it is that it's like the same looped him just sitting there. You know what I mean? It's like the gameplay is not repetitive. It's like the gameplay looks like new gameplay, like somebody is like sitting there attentively, like actually playing the game.
It is,
and it's like
it is.
But then it'll sit there on a picture mode for like ever, and then
right,
go to sleep.
Yeah, it'll sit there for like that's what's so weird is I've checked into the thing and and then you hit refresh and it's like 12 hours later and then all of a sudden it's just like on this whole new thing, but it's the same loop of this same guy.
Did you guys see the description on the video? How he changed the link?
Yeah, he changed the link. Let me talk about the link real quick.
Okay.
There was somebody in the Discord chat that was trolling some of the moderators and saying he had a tape. Here's my spectrograph, and it had his profile picture on Discord was the picture of the face that was in the spectrograph. Now, a lot of people say, hey, Cobra, that's not him trolling in Discord. That's somebody posing as RTT. Well, a long time ago when I first came across RTT, he had a link that had a sound wave on Clip It, and I have a recording of me muting his stream and playing that clip. I put it through my spectrograph, and it is the same. It's the face. So the person in Discord is the person on YouTube. And he made that link broken after people started calling him a troll in Discord. He made it broken, and then he put up a new one.
Huh. I guess my only other question is, you guys listened to the most recent Waking Titan. I guess it was the second part of the hexagon that was revealed. You know how when you click on the first part of the hexagon, it like once it's been solved, it like plays some sort of audio tape, but it's like very distorted with that weird kind of. And then you click on the second one, since it's been solved at this point, and you hear this girl say. Apparently, there's a video on my computer. I can't see it because I'm using a shitty Chromebook. I can't see the video at least, but apparently everybody else can. But the video is in the first one. It starts off with just like you can't really understand what she's saying. Apparently, the second one there's another video, and you can actually hear the first part of what she's saying. She's saying, "My name is Elizabeth Layton, and I am CEO of the Atlas Foundation." And if you go and you look at the PDF of the glyphs, not part of the hexagon, but the little kind of symbols at the bottom, the glyphs. The first one actually displays. It says from whatever name to Elizabeth Layton. And then if you and then if you look at the second thing, she says, "My name is Elizabeth Layton. I'm the CEO of the Atlas Corporation." What is the Atlas Corporation? That is just, and you also see other references to Atlas. If you go to the echo-64.com, you see many references to Atlas Corporation. And that's that's
I have
bizarre.
a feeling tomorrow on the 17th, we're going to know a lot more. We're going to know the answers to a lot of these questions.
I am
think it's also
tuning
going to
in.
lead us to more questions.
I'm just liking the name of the websites that have been coming up, like the Echo, and now we've got Multiverse. Like, I think it's really pointing towards like portals, definitely portals, but like the multiverse aspect of No Man's Sky, I think is pretty cool.
Are we looking at the creation, like the prequel, like the major prequel of everything, like the creation of Echoes that ends up becoming what the whole Korvac's backstory and the creation of the Atlas itself that creates the simulation. I mean, and if we are, and that's what it seems like we're looking at, like a backstory, like the origin of No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
and if we.
And then that's what's really missing from the game is more of the backstory. I think, the lore in this game could be amazing.
Yes, I do agree. More backstory would be amazing, but I would think would be better is current story happening now.
Yeah.
But I think
there is one thing that's already happening. Have
that?
everybody noticed that the merchant inside the space station, he always supposed to have been in the game according to the lore.
Wait, what?
That's
Sorry, I didn't
interesting.
catch that.
The merchant at the space
merchant,
station was always
at
supposed
the
to
space
be the
station.
nanite merchant.
Yeah, he
Oh,
always supposed to
okay.
have been in the game.
Yep.
Because if you listen to with the Lost Trader, he mentioned that he went to a solar system and traded with a merchant to get blueprints for his ship. But we never had that until the update.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's a good point.
Did you get what I sent you, Cobra?
No, where? On Skype?
It's
Is
in
that
the Skype
YouTube
chat.
link?
Yeah, it's on the Skype chat. If you,
Wait.
So
RTT?
yes, it's
that's right. That's right.
238
Okay.
hours.
Look.
It's a 238-hour long video.
I am not. I'm not helping this guy. Okay. I just want you guys to be able to go back and see if he was actually playing the tape on the 5th. Did you already look?
That's another cool thing that I found.
I'll check into it after the stream.
Okay. There's the link. I guess Iceman is saying that's his first video.
That is his
go
first
back
video, yes.
to the very beginning and see if he was playing the tapes when he first started. And let me know in the comment section down below. It's copyrighted, so I don't want to play it on the channel here and get in trouble.
Like, did you guys see the message that Colt C decoded from the John Denver track?
Yes.
That said something about
it doesn't make a lick of sense.
answer in the past.
Here's
will
my
answer.
thing about that code. It bothers me that it's in a different font from all the other codes. Number one.
It bothers me that RTT put a face and a spectrograph, but then, that was just a troll, the whole spectrograph issue. And now we're looking at more spectrographs from the same guy who did that.
Is that the same guy who did it, though?
Hey, Cobra.
Yeah.
So the Atlas Corporation was one of those that kind of made me go, because in Borderlands they use the Atlas as well. But the Atlas Corporation came from Call of Duty and Advanced Warfare. So I was really like, what the hell? Why would this woman say that she was the CEO of it when there's already a female in the storyline of Call of Duty? There's already a CEO who is a female who is kind of in that, but her name isn't Elizabeth, which is it's kind of interesting that you have all these names that are very similar, and that's why they've made it that way. I think it's hard for you to kind of study it out, to pull it out and figure out what links are. And
This is a very
some of them probably are dead ends.
Yeah. This is a very well planned out, thought out ARG. Very well. We're not going to know the answers to anything until they're ready to tell us. Until they're ready to move us along in the ARG. They're good at this. This is good.
Well, I can't wait to find out what multiverse75.com has
Right?
waiting for us.
Yeah. And then the other one. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I think is it's going to be is it's multiverse technologies, right? I think it's going to be and I could probably be wrong about this. I probably am wrong about this, but here's what I think anyway. Is that it's going to be the company who manufactures the portals.
Yeah.
I
think.
Oh wow, that's fascinating.
Because the
that's
Echo
how
one.
it is in Borderlands. Atlas is kind of the portal controllers in Borderlands, if I remember right. I'd have to look it up again, but that's what I think they were, and they were a corporation to begin with.
Yeah. But also, if you think about all the names, of the different websites, all of them seem to have, and then even if you look at the glyphs on wakingtitan.com, like some of them just seem to be like somewhat, I don't know if it's just because of this whole thing that's going on, but even if you look at the Waking Titan website, you see there's like different glyphs that like kind of maybe want to remind you of No Man's Sky a little bit. There's a starship is the next one.
There's no there's no question. It's related to No Man's
Yeah.
Sky. Also,
no question. Okay.
if you look at the symbol for Waking Titan, it's the same symbol to the T as the door to an Atlas interface station. Same thing.
I was thinking the anomalies, like the space anomaly.
No, it's the Atlas interface.
Yeah, and I just saw a photo on someone put up a picture on Twitter. They were on the Waking Titan website, and they zoomed out on their browser and took a screenshot, and it looks like you're looking into the center of the galaxy in the game. Like it's like a red little flashing light. I'll try and link you to it. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for tomorrow to hopefully prove my theory wrong about the characters in No Man's Sky. Because I have a theory about exactly who we are and why we in the game. And it seems like we're not there to really explore the world, but more to figure out how to rescue the lost travelers.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I sort of remembered was that you learn slowly. You'll find that you learn certain Atlas words in the game.
Right.
So you got the three languages or whatever, but then there's the fourth language that we sort of slowly learn.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
We got
slowly
Michael
learning the first three.
Michael just joined the call. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Michael?
Michael.
Michael's
mic isn't working.
Oh no.
Michael's mic.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So what do you think the whole point of this ARG is? Is it just to build hype for like the new update? Is it going to be a continuous thing? Like, what is the end goal, if you know what I mean?
My theory is that it's to build up for the next update, at the same time possibly advertising for Hello Labs' new game that they said they were going to help out.
Oh wow, I had a different theory.
I think it's a dual campaign.
So you think it has something to do with the new game?
I think it's kind of like a dual campaign.
Okay.
I think that's just an opinion. That's not.
That's what makes sense to me too.
It seemed like they just giving up information that always been in the game, because one of the tests was like, if they showing us stuff that was hidden in plain sight. So it's like it's always been in the game. It seemed like everybody just gave up looking for it. So now they came out with a puzzle so everybody get back into looking.
So do you think Hello Games had this planned out from the beginning, like a year back? You think they're going to like start an ARG a year later? Or is this just like something that this would be
something that happened?
Do you remember when Sean Murray in interviews, he said that there's going to be things that everyone has to come together to figure out, and I think he was referring to the stuff like this.
I don't know. This is like so deep, though. That it's just like there's.
Like, I mean, you don't just plan this like overnight. Like, it's like
let's
make this happen, and then boom.
Right.
Like, was this a plan from the beginning to have it like coincide with the storyline and everything? Like,
and I think
for like those really hardcore fans, if you know what I mean.
There's months. He's going to step in if everybody have a hard time finding clues. He's going to step in and give a little push.
Yeah,
probably is a little push that he's giving.
I was even going to inject this here, the whole stupid thing that I brought up earlier about the 5 websites and whatnot. It almost seems like the name of each one of those websites has something to do with No Man's Sky. It goes Echo, Multiverse, Myriad, Superlumina, Atlas. You got Echo. Obviously, we know what Echo's kind of going for. At least in my own mind, I'm thinking Korvax Echoes, but obviously there's Echo-64. And then you got Multiverse. You can kind of assume the multiverse thing with No Man's Sky. Myriad, which Myriad apparently means a countless or extremely great number, which obviously we can associate with No Man's Sky very easily. And then you also got Superlumina. Superlumina means faster than light travel, or at least faster than light. Superlumina. And then you got Atlas. Atlas is the very, very last. Atlas-65.com. That's the very last thing that is on the very first PDF that we receive. It's got all 5 of those in initials. The very last one is Atlas, and I feel like that one may be the one that like kind of releases us to the final thing or whatever. You know,
I agree. It's definitely an update.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'd like to think too that
not too long. Go ahead.
If No Man's Sky, if they did release an update, say in the next couple of weeks, I think it'd be a cool way to sort of get people to continually solve a puzzle. You know what I mean? Like you'll release part of the main update, like say you might add portals, but then you'll have to continue along with this ARG to figure out how to activate the portal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or wait for more websites to come online.
I really think that it serves like the two prongs that Cobra said. I agree with, and then I want to add a third one, which is it gets us off of the development cycle of the game.
Right.
Right. Because
if
you look at what has happened in the last 2 updates, we've known what's coming out because of either A, the data miners, or B, they're not engaging the community, so the community is ravenous for information, so we do what we have to do to find it. We're going to do that. I mean, that's what's going to happen. There's going to be leaks. Well, right now, they've got the community engaged in this fun ARG, alternative reality game that's keeping us busy off to the side while they're cooking dinner.
Yeah, and this is probably the most multiplayer thing ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think this ARG really, like, as far as like just in and of itself is kind of more limited in scope. Is that it's about us finding out the origins of this simulation that is No Man's Sky, and also the fact that especially it's evident, especially if you play through the quest line in the Pathfinder update with the vehicle guy, we're being lied to in the game. Like we're always being lied to in the game. So it's like if we find out the origin,
come on.
I tell you what, I do not like that vehicle guy. He's mean.
Yeah.
He is. No one's ever brought that up, man. That guy's he's mean.
That guy's a jerk.
Grows on you.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
After a while, you know.
Also you have to think about logically as a business. Hello Labs kind of took a big hit with everybody not liking how No Man's Sky was. So it would make perfect sense that when they sat down and they were thinking, well, how are we going to get these people back engaged in this game that we really have this investment in, that we really enjoy making, that we really want something, we want the community to be behind. And having an ARG is one of those ways. Because if you look at all the ARGs that are out right now, there's quite a few of them. They've been going on since like 2010 or something. If you look at them and you look at the type of games that are on Steam that are engaging their community that way, that people that are the diehard gamers that get into that, I'm sure that Hello Labs, somebody there said, hey, here's a way we can do this. We can take the community we know that's out there already. We can put this little carrot at the end of the thing and say, okay, we all know that you're nerd boys, and come on. And run with it. And,
Hello Games had a bad start, but they recovered a little, and they do their best to please the community. So, well, I don't know where they're going, but I'm patient, and I'll see where they're going.
Yeah,
I think we got to remember too of how much.
No matter what.
Right.
I think we should remember how much like Sean Murray is like into maths. Like he's a mathematic geek.
Oh yeah.
And I think that guy has some serious skill when it comes to putting together puzzles and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, it's so great when you watch just kind of the nerdiness like come out of him, like kind of explaining just how, he's so interested in like creating this game.
He really reminds me. Sorry to interrupt, but he reminds me of the guy from Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Where they seriously just got
Are
inspired.
you talking about Richard, the main character?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so true, man. Yeah, it's just like absolute passion for what he's doing, and he's just, obviously there's been a little bit of a publicity thing, but it's like even that is, you can tell he's just absolutely just enthralled with what he's doing. He just loves it, and it's just like kind of makes you want to enjoy the game that much more,
Yeah.
He's not a PR guy. He's just like a mathematician,
Exactly.
That's exactly right. Yeah, exactly right.
He's a guy.
Crowds and
He
stuff
should
like
be
that.
that guy and not anything else.
Right. And unfortunately, that seems like that was a part of their mishap. Is that it's just a group of a bunch of really fun, smart guys that just didn't decide to do the PR part of everything. Sean Murray and Grant Duncan as well, who is like the major artist on the whole thing. Like, oh my God, they definitely seem like guys that I would love to sit down with and just have a conversation with about this kind of thing. But it just sucks because a lot of people they were looking at this game as being a particular thing, and then after the fact, they go back and they watch those things, and they just like Sean Murray's like he's like a demon now. You know what I mean? It's like to me, I still look at him. He's like one of the most. I would love to sit down with him and have a good conversation with him. He just seems like such an entertaining guy, but most of the community they just
show your product like you show your product like it's amazing. It's like you see the telltale things and it's like amazing discoveries. Like my product is amazing, so that's how he sold it. And he's just a guy like all of us. Like he believes. He
Just an
believes
average
in
Joe.
He's
he's
unintentional.
more, but he didn't get a chance because it was pushed by maybe PlayStation or so.
So yeah.
I hate to bring this up again, but you're from Denmark, right?
Holland.
Holland? Okay.
Oh.
I was going to say, could you get into a car and go over to RTT's current residence and see what they're doing exactly?
Holland is a bit far away, It's like the Netherlands. You know the Netherlands?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're closer than me. I can guarantee you that.
Of course. I could go to France and go to the canal and go to England and talk to them, but
no, not Hello Games. RTT, Reaction Tea Time. Go over to their house and see what they're doing.
I didn't even. Is he British? I didn't even realize that. Wow.
I'm not British.
No. RTT is not British. I think they're from Denmark, I believe.
Oh, okay.
If I would go to Denmark, I have to go to the top of Holland and take a ferry and go a lot farther.
Send me the bill.
From what I've seen, Ricardo, I don't think it's safe to go anywhere near that guy's residence.
Yeah.
He's what some scary movies are made of.
Yeah, he's in the middle of some scary horror movie plot. He's just looping over and over. It won't stop. Yeah.
Out of the weight.
We're gonna probably wrap the show up. It's almost been 3 hours. Long
Denmark is
tonight.
like maybe 5 hours for me.
Wow.
Well, before you go, Cobra, just one thing. I just wanted to say it's 11 p.m. in Puerto Rico right now, so I'm just going to keep looking at this, and if this site does go up at 12 o'clock Puerto Rico time, we at least know that the websites will go at the same time as the radio stations. You know what I mean?
Yes. And I will still be up. Depending though.
It's only 5 a.m. here.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Depending on what kind of information we get, if it's huge and groundbreaking, we'll probably go live again tomorrow. Yeah. But if it's
June 17th, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's not,
maybe 6-7 hours to go to Denmark. Like, no, well, maybe.
I hope the wait time's not a week every time. It's painful. It's painful.
If it's kind of cryptic, we'll probably just talk about it in a video or something. And just see what people comment in the comment section. See what they think. I don't know what this is going to be. I'm hoping for a big connection to Hello Games to get everybody on the same page, to get everybody to let their guard down. Because I know it's kind of scary to get excited about this being connected to Hello Games. But that's what I'm hoping that this is going to do.
I think Hello Games is not the best. It's more like the companies that want to push their product.
Yeah.
Make sure you get plenty of tinfoil.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Grammy. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Another podcast, okay?
Oh yes, definitely. And
Awesome.
we did a lot of. You're welcome. We did a lot of talking about, and thank you very much, talking about RTT. I just want to, in case anybody's just coming in after my little disclaimer, I do want to say that it's my opinion that I think he's not part of the ARG. That's how Cobra stands.
I agree.
There's been people posting me on Reddit saying Cobra's confirming RTT. No, a long time ago, in my one video.
Well, they're right. They're right.
In my one video, I said the chance of him is being connected to the ARG is slim, super slim, but I'm not ready to cross him off yet. That was my quote.
Right.
Hey man, this is why I love you, Cobra. You're throwing your opinion out there and just asking for everybody else's opinion. You're not just. That's exactly what.
But as far as I'm concerned over here, I've crossed him off the list, but I'm still interested in what you guys are saying about him. And I'm interested. It's fun entertainment. I watch it because it's fun. Colt's amazing when he's doing over there. The guy's amazing. I love Colt. So, other than
you hear that, Colt?
Shout out to Colt.
He's listening.
Shout out to Colt, man.
Yeah.
But other than that, I got nothing else to say. We'll wait until the 17th, an hour.
Well, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, buddy. It's been a pleasure having everybody.
It's already the 17th over here.
Well, I think you have to wait. I think you have to wait for Puerto Rico to catch up to you, buddy.
Yeah. Of course.
Everybody stay safe. Well, let me get some last opinions. If anybody's got one, I usually do that, and I didn't do it. If anybody's got any last opinion they want to shout out, please go ahead. Or a channel or blog or anything.
Well, I love Iceman Third ID's channel. It's probably my favorite channel on YouTube, and I think everybody should check that out.
I love you, Iceman.
If you're on PS4, if you're on PS4, I've got a community, Waking Titan, on there. So
I am on PS4.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll check that out, man. That's awesome.
Sweet. Iceman, you gonna do another one of your little Cobra after parties here?
I was actually Boone got off here, and I was gonna ask if Boone wanted to do it. But I think since we've got a pretty large production schedule this week with everything going on, I think I'm gonna wait until we know something.
Right.
And then once we know something, we've got something a little bit more to talk about than what's coming, and we can talk about what's here. I think then we'll have a lot more fresh ideas, and I'll have a lot more to take over to an after party. So I think I'll do it tomorrow night. How's that sound?
Love it, man. I'd love to be a part of that. Sounds
I
great.
want to say one more thing if I can.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that even though I'm probably the biggest noob here in this chat when it comes to No Man's Sky, even though I've only been playing off and on with the vanilla version of the game, because apparently I had a fake copy or something. But I gotta say the No Man's Sky community is just crazy. Even if you're not playing, you still feel like you're a part of the community if you stay up to date with the Facebook, if you watch Cobra's channel. So even though I haven't been playing, I've still been staying up to date, and it's just crazy how this game and this community just sucks you in. So it's just amazing. It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yes, you see the communities with the Galaxy Hub and stuff like this. they're helping each other. That's totally great,
Right.
And just think about it. Every time there's big news, who's reporting on it?
Just go on the subreddit.
IGN,
I mean, there's
GameSpot.
A lot of people still dedicated to No Man's Sky, and
yeah,
totally cool. And
yeah,
and with the hubs on several platforms, it's totally great.
Yes, I agree. I would like to thank Freddie for just subscribing. You are a Cobra, buddy. Thank you so much. And
Cobra.
I agree, Adam. This for a game that's been out for almost a year now, and we're still doing Subcast on No Man's Sky. Isn't that crazy?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is.
That's just amazing, man. Amazing.
Cobra, I love that you're still doing it. I was there when you first started doing the speculation videos before No Man's Sky actually came out, man. I was listening then, and it's just great that we're still here, like speculating on everything.
Man, it's awesome.
Oh
so
man,
cool.
it's amazing.
It really
it's
is.
amazing, dude.
Michael, I have to thank Michael for being in the Skype call, but his mic doesn't work. But he's been here in spirit.
Yeah. He has a
So
great
thanks to Michael for showing up. Good guy. And if it's something really big, huge, I'll be back in an hour. I will if it's huge, but I have a feeling it's going to leave us with more head scratching.
For sure.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Everybody stay
Alrighty, guys.
safe.
All right, Cobra, thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem, buddy. It was a pleasure having every single one of you guys on. If you always want to return, you always have a spot. Just message me on Skype, and I'll get you right on.
Awesome.
All right?
Talk to you later then.
You got it, buddy. Have a good one.
Man.
See you later, guys.
See you guys. Everybody out
See
there in the
yous.
YouTube world, in the chat room, you guys are Cobras for showing up. Thank you so much, and stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Until next time.